Hail, buddy,
So,
old pal.
last session, the avant-garde
Yeah.
dealt with the last trials in the Vault of the Mystics of Secrets. There, you survived incredible poisons through immunity. You solved riddles, and one of you died,
Oh yeah.
giving you the keys needed to unlock these special holding places for powerful magical items. A book that, if you spend 48 hours reading, you can up your charisma over the max of 20. A special bow made from Reshkaval's flesh, scales, and sinew. And also, a very nice phylactery that contains the souls of everyone Yseldor has ever consumed. That you took, teleporting out of the chamber and out of pale light. You returned to Terra Nog, the fortress of the Terra. You resummoned Gereshtal and his ally, Megara, the Dawn Titan. A cousin of sorts, another primordial fire titan. This one much more feral and much less keen on going home. But you all took a well-needed, well-deserved long rest. You all leveled up. In the morning, prior to your meeting with Cormith, the king, quote-unquote, and Adler, who specifically requested to see all you this very early morning, you decided to commune and ask a question. A hint was given of how to destroy the object. This phylactery of Yseldor, that the key had once been tied to a font of power he found. But in recent years it changed, and now walks among you. That is where we begin the session, as Seer, you hold in your hands the phylactery. Yseldor has just appeared, and has once again threatened all of you, in some strange illusionary form that was projected just outside the room, having the voice echo through all of your minds. You hold the phylactery in your hands.
Yeah. So, quick question. We've
Mhm.
had a long rest?
Yes, you have.
Okay. Um... And... So, that means Hero's Feast is gone.
It is, but we can get it again if we need it.
Because if it's gone, aren't I frightened?
Currently, yes.
Can only run away.
Oh, actually, technically, I do have an aura that prevents being frightened. So if you're within 30 feet of me, I guess you're technically not frightened.
That's gonna last
Isn't that
for
a new,
so long.
Isn't that a new feature as well? How long have you had that feature?
I think that's an early aura.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
I just forget about it all the time because
Okay.
frightened doesn't really come up that often.
It doesn't, but Seer, technically, with Belric being in the same small room as you are not frightened.
Yeah. I'm sure Belric will step between
You
me
have
and
your
Yusildor
allies
if a
here
fight
with
breaks
you.
out.
Well, Yseldor came and left.
Wait, he left? I don't remember him
Oh, he
leaving.
left?
Yeah, he just threatens you and then just vanishes.
So
His
what did he
image-
say exactly?
We were like, hey, we think it's Seer, and he basically came in and said, no, it's not, no. And we're like, okay, so it's obviously Seer.
He
Great,
was
good
just
to
threatening
know.
you.
What
He
was the
doesn't-
threat?
The threat was, it's not Seer, and if you think it is, I'll kill you.
He's honestly, he doesn't seem like incredibly worried.
Honestly, oh, what's their name? Ice Knife?
The spell?
First level spell?
No!
The ice blades?
I think so, the library guy.
Yeah, in Kalos. The spell?
I was like, I was like, ice knives.
I just
his
now realized how ice blade.
Okay, so it's not like a horrible mistake I made.
No, I just realized how close their name is to being a spell.
Ice Knife.
Yeah, they're
A
the ice
bad-
blades.
One bad translation away.
It's Tio ice blade.
Yeah.
One bad translation just from being a spell.
Yeah. Honestly, Tio might not be upset about that. He seems like a nerdy guy. I'm tempted to cast Sending and ask Tio if he has anything on phylacteries in his library. If we're out of combat.
Yeah, you're not in combat. Ystor came and left, all the while just doing what he usually does, which is just to threaten you.
He loves to threaten people.
I know.
Yeah.
Needs to get a life.
He's a simple man when you get down to it. He just wants to threaten people.
Well, he
rule the
basically
world.
says, what he said. Sorry, I was coughing earlier, and I messed something up.
I messed something up in there.
But essentially, like, he left you alone for a long time. You know, he
Yeah.
only came after you because you had what he needed, and you came after him first. Technically, he set a trap for you, yeah, but you didn't have to follow it. He left you alone, and now you
I don't know
all
how-
just keep interrupting him. He just wants
I don't know
to do
how
what he
accurate
wants
that
to
is.
do.
I feel like it's not accurate for some reason, but it might be.
I mean, of the times you saw him or his agents do anything,
The first time we saw him was after we killed Rescaball.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And he attacked us, so I don't want to hear that.
he did summon shadows. Shadow
And he attacked us.
system, yeah.
He did orchestrate our deaths.
But at that point, he didn't even recognize Seer. Not entirely.
Wait. Is that why he left us alone?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
He needs to get a
You're
fucking
welcome,
life.
I guess.
Tell him to get a fucking
You
life.
saw him in Farsleys
Real.
after he wanted to confirm something, which was a sneaking suspicion he had. So he initiated a trap, just to reach into each of your minds, read them, and catalog. Of course, Seer was immune to that. And then when Faradir attacked him during his monologue, he did kill one of you, but he was attacked. Also, at Reshkaval, he was threatened by you all. You all were prepared to jump him because he took the visage of a person you knew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't come in there.
Such a little snake.
To be fair, like that's just bad thinking on his part. But you just finished a life or death battle, and you're gonna come disguised as someone that we know, and you're gonna think it's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
maybe he didn't expect that the person who he was disguised at would get there that fast.
So sounds
that's
like
just
he
bad prep on his part.
and he's gonna blame us for it. That's so.
At that point, hadn't we already picked up a like a lizard in a cage, couldn't he have just come up to us as like a normal person? A random guard?
Something.
Like,
Make it make sense.
Would you have allowed a random guard to search Reshkaval's lair with you?
probably we were stupid back then.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you thought of it, we could have just been like,
Hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But in the end, he did attack you a few times, technically,
he did.
or he set traps for you that
Also,
you fell into. He's not a good
that
person.
you fell into.
no, absolutely, he's not. But it's also like, if he wasn't trying to become a god and like take the mountain of the country that we live in, we probably wouldn't really be fighting him.
Surely wouldn't.
He's not trying to become a god. He is taking the power of a god and wielding it himself.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, that is like the same thing.
I think
I
you
don't
can
want
only
to
do it
become
for
a
little.
car. I just want to have the power and the speed of a car. Okay.
I just want the wheels.
Like, at a certain point, the debate becomes null, right?
Mm,
Point is, if he wasn't trying to take our fucking mountain, we wouldn't be fighting him.
Yeah. What she said.
fair enough.
Fucking
Seer, you
Uso
should try and
door.
break this thing.
Anyways, I'm gonna cast Sending to Tio Iceblade and see if he knows anything about phylacteries, specifically destroying them. Because I don't want to act under this assumption that I'm the key.
Valid. All valid.
Okay. You send a sending message to T.O. Iceblade.
Dude.
Think of time-wise. You hear a
No.
That is a sensitive topic, but I can get right on that.
Hell
I can
yeah.
contact you maybe in an hour or two. Is that okay with you?
Fine, I'll use the second spell slot and confirm it.
Yeah, use a second spell slot to confirm that in a few hours that information will be sent to you.
Come on, Tio. Sending is all about Irish goodbyes.
Step it up, man.
Maybe
Step
he doesn't
it up.
send that often, you know?
All possible, I suppose.
Okay. So you have a few hours before he is supposed to respond to you. You were invited to a meeting with the king and Cormith. So, do you wish to go to it?
I know it's crazy, but all I can think is, what if it's a trap?
Nah, this time I think we're fine. This time I do think we are okay.
I've been broken by pale light.
I
In like a day.
valid. Hey, look, valid.
Did you give my brother that blanket?
I don't think. Oh no, we didn't. I have it.
Okay, do you give that to me at least?
Yeah, I would have gave you all that. You weren't here last session, so yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in addition to giving my brother this worn out blanket, then let's go meet the king in Cormith. The king in quotes.
Let's go. Does it?
I swear, if we live through this, if that king ever...
You
If he
leave.
ever so much as says anything I don't like,
Yeah.
You
that's
leave
it.
the room that you have been allowed to sleep in and find your way towards the meeting chamber. Walking in, you can immediately see Adler, who is still a little sore from one of the revelations that you told him about. I will say, Seer, as you picked up the orb, um, you get glimpses of souls taken. When Gamesh first grabbed it, he told all of you that Kuar Neskov, the one of the three Terra elders, the 200-year-old orc druid, um, he was the last person sacrificed into the orb. He was captured when Adler and Koromith were also captured, and he was transported first. He was brought before the phylactery and Isildur, and his soul was consumed. Adler is visibly still upset as you have entered this chamber. I will say, as you when you had picked up the orb, your eyes flashed as well, and you saw many flashes of individuals whose souls were taken. Many of them are, well, people you knew specifically. Your master, Kore, many of the other mystics, mystics of law, friends from school. Many people.
What?
All losing their souls. Adler?
And when you
Hmm?
sorry, when you say friends, do you mean Sears friends specifically? Or just
Um,
people that I knew was close with Isildur?
Sears friends specifically.
That's the answer I thought was gonna happen. Okay. Thank you.
You know, two of the people from your study group.
Oh no. not the study group I made up
Yep,
Not the study
5
group.
years ago. No, not them.
Um,
No, not them.
No, I do have a whole study group.
the
That's
mystic
just
of
funny.
law, mystic of fisheries, Akan, Sazi.
Yeah, no.
Only those two. The others were not shown.
That's half of them.
I know, it is half of the study group, yes.
That's a lot.
That is indeed a lot.
Wait. What was Farron in there?
Farron, I don't believe so, no.
Okay, that's a relief. At least one of my other my second best friend didn't get sacrificed to the orb. And my other best friend is still alive. I'm still winning.
I'm still winning.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Anyways.
Okay. You can see the king is currently lounging, legs almost like drastically put over the table. Like it's almost like he's mostly sitting on the table. It's a weird angle, which you realize must be because of the fact that this is not the king. It being a 3.5 foot tall gnome, most likely. As you just see the king lounging, fingers interlaced behind the head, and you just hear a hearty "well, hello" come from the king, which is not his voice, and is a little strange to see come from it. Alana is there, who is looking um, slightly dejected, but a soft smile greets all of you as you enter the chamber. Welcome.
You look comfortable.
Oh, I am. You see, snaps his fingers, and the visage of the king fades, and suddenly sitting there is a much more um, accurate depiction of the individual, of being a purple-haired gnome filled with tattoos. Being king has been lots of fun recently, but it's good to be back.
So, what does us the honor of the call?
Well, he kind of sits up in his chair. Me and Cormac have been working together for a few days now, and, well, Cormac? Many of the soldiers, after they disbanded from the attacks of Garish Tal, are being recalled. The farthest settlements have told me, well, maybe 4 days' time. I'm gathering everyone I can. The Emperor of the Minks is, well, he's bringing his own soldiers. Additionally, their alliance with Southron is proving valuable. Apparently, we have a contingent of, apparently 60 rune knights coming from Southron. Soldiers from Stone's Hold and Yarlwick, Hollow, and everywhere else. Due to the drastic nature of this, I was able to warn a few of your other, I wouldn't say allies, um, people you faced in the Colosseum. Some of them are being summoned as well.
Wait, the party?
Yes. From what I heard, the Sticks and Stones, the Swords of Kalos, and the Doragon are all heading here. They apparently want to help. Nightmare has offered to help. I've been keeping in contact with Vitalius. And from last I heard, they're planning on showing up just before everything hits.
Sticks and stones.
I tried to get the Shattered Dawn, but chose not to. I warned them of what was on their doorstep. We know where Usador is gathering himself, and well, they need to be ready in their homeland. The Sticks and Stones was the Bugbear.
Yeah.
Uh,
Boloro.
Yep, and then you had Ridis,
Sleipnir, Ridis,
pretty
Taros,
much
and
most of my
Eretra.
characters. That was my my self inserts basically.
Hey, listen, it's okay.
If I could redo it, the rogue would have actually been a robot that was undead.
The tiefling assassin.
Yes.
Hmm.
Privateer, I believe it was actually. The
Oh.
swashbuckler rogue, if I remember correctly.
I mean, I probably just wrote down assassins just because it might have been something they did or something. But
Fair
yeah.
enough. Yep.
I think they were like playing with a dagger, like an assassin.
Mm-hmm. I think they
All right,
definitely
so
were playing with a dagger.
okay, so Sticks and Stones, Doragon, and Nightmare,
And the Swords of Kalos, which is
and the Swords.
the Rune Knight team.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I got him.
The Shattered Dawn are
Mixed
staying
fighters.
in the Empire of Glass.
To defend. Got it.
Yeah, but you're gonna have.
I don't remember coming across a Rune Knight team.
I don't think you
Yeah.
faced them. They
I
were
don't think we
there.
fought. Yeah, we didn't actually fight them. I think they got knocked out by the Nightmare, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
the Swords of Kalos, is that in addition to the knights being sent by Southern?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I think they're a part of the 60. Sorry. They are
Okay.
the leading team though. It's just
They're part of.
yeah. Imagine the
The
Swords of
60.
Kalos
Okay.
being like one squad of many.
Okay.
They're
I
the
get it.
us. They're the us for Kalos.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Nightmare wasn't the U of Kalos.
Yeah.
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 They're like
No, the Nightmare is us of Southern, but the Swords of Kalos are the us of Kalos specifically.
Fair enough.
They're only high enough level to claim a city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're like
Impressive.
what was the team you met when you were in Stanton?
Oh.
let me see. Stanton Underground Arena.
Who was it? It was
Yeah,
it was the dwarves and the one.
yeah, I know who you're talking. I don't. That's so far ago.
I know, right?
That was so long ago. Where Marquette was the ones that we. Alana was in it. Kingston. Oh, the Tall Towers.
It was the Tall Towers. Yep. Oh yeah.
My notes. They still hold up.
I'm adding the Tall Towers into Stanton lore right now, actually.
Wait. I have in my notes that the Tall Towers died closing the Dawn Tomb.
They did. You met them in
Okay.
Stanton, but they were initially they're basically the U's of they were the team out of Don Willow. So they were like, those types of adventures. They only were good enough to claim a city as well.
But they died though.
You know what
They did
really
die.
sucks?
Yeah.
There's all these teams from within the Grimolian Kingdom that could have been the adventurers of the kingdom, and instead it's a bunch of people who aren't from the kingdom.
It's like that
Yeah.
sometimes. It's like that sometimes.
Sometimes you just need outsiders to
Get the job done, man. Look,
get the
That
job
outsource.
done.
sounds problematic.
What?
I
It's
don't
not
think
that
it
bad.
is problematic. It just sounds problematic.
I guess.
I think it's the word outsiders.
No, I think it's just the fact that it's like, as far as publicity goes, it'd be so much better if their people were protecting them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
Military
propaganda
morale
goes.
must have gone down.
It's
when
like,
we
why do we have
started
Bastion figures of an
doing
orc? He doesn't claim us. He's from Bastion. You know.
I feel that. I feel like it's more though. It's more so that it's found family and found home. Like you're a bunch of
Yeah,
people
honestly,
who like
that's fair.
none of you really have like solid home lives.
Oh no,
Except
yeah.
Faradir.
Faradir does. She's
That's why I said except Faradir.
But she was like, I have 2 moms and a wife. What do you mean?
Yeah.
A
But also,
partner,
Faradar
not
is the one who
married.
lives the
Oh, yeah,
closest
not
to
yet.
the, like, Faradar technically would be considered part of the kingdom. Like,
Yeah.
At this
Yeah,
point.
but her
It's fair,
moms do
dude.
not pay property tax.
But
I mean,
who's gonna catch him?
yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
most
Nobody
people
ever goes up
don't.
to the mountain to collect their taxes,
Yeah.
so
Not
they
even
haven't paid
a-
taxes in 100 years.
realistically, at this point, since they're related to Faraday, they wouldn't make him pay.
Yeah.
They
They'd
better
probably be
not.
too afraid of Faraday showing up.
Yeah. It's hard to collect taxes when you kind of live off the grid. There's a lot of people who don't pay taxes in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
When there
this?
is
What's the
when
country gonna
there's
do?
no
Send
like
someone to the top of the mountain to collect property
No.
tax from 2 little gnomes?
is
Fuck
there a
no. Not
census
worth
going
it.
around?
There is.
How accurate is it, would you say?
Very
Not
inaccurate.
Just
They mainly
imagine people just lying.
it's mainly like the people who rely on the kingdom itself are the ones who are taxed from it. So if you
Yeah.
need anything from the kingdom, then they're going to tax you for it. Otherwise, they kind of just leave you alone.
Deal on sales tax.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
not
don't
the
want if you don't
sales.
want to be like a part of this kingdom, you don't really have.
You don't have to
like-
be a citizen.
No, you don't. But if you want the the trade,
Benefits.
the businesses there, yeah, you're gonna pay some taxes.
If you
But
want
if you
health
want
care,
this guard that is in our employ to protect you from robbers on the street, pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm. Or else just go and live in the mountains. No one cares.
Yeah. Right? Exactly.
I like to imagine like also they probably tried that like going up into the mountains and making people pay taxes, but like they probably walked in front of like some like 12th level mage and they're like, hey, you need to pay taxes, and they just kill him basically. Like,
they're
Oh,
like,
no.
no, I
the
don't.
Enough
most-
people
actually.
go missing in the mountains.
Yeah, that'd
How
be
do I
such
need
a
to pay
dangerous
taxes?
job.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm just thinking of someone going up to any one of our party members being like, "You need to pay taxes."
I have to keep on drinking.
Um,
I
But
mean, to be fair,
anyways.
what are they going to do? All right.
Yes. So we're in this meeting.
yes. We anticipate 4 days, and then we'll have everyone gather. Crankton's not sending a full troop complement. Part of us worries that they might come from the north as well as the east. Pale Light, we know, is full of creatures, and well, we're gonna guard the river and guard the northern territories on horseback. Bring troops from Farsleys, from Draken, Borodor, and Donwillow, all here. Guanistan is helping, and hopefully we can get that castle off the ground. Looks towards Faradir. And the giants will, well, wherever Faradir goes, it seems like they're willing to fight as well, so.
Hmm. 4 days.
So people get here. Adler begins to speak up. I have limited ability to scout and spy on an enemy who has a flying mountain. I've reached out to contacts that I do have. If he attempts to fly it over the reach, I'm sure we'll know. But that's if he chooses to fly it. I don't know his capabilities.
Hmm.
I have every eye watching the skies. You see something, we'll say something.
I guess that's all we really can do on that note.
It is. Cormith speaks up. I heard you found his phylactery.
Yeah.
Do you know how to destroy it yet?
No.
We're working on it.
We have leads, but Nothing concrete yet.
Well, is that the only pressing matter we have? Is there any more quests you need to do? Places you need to go? Before this happens? I don't want to be caught off guard with you not here.
Is there
Do you have
any
any
more?
outstanding balances?
Yes,
I'm
but there
pretty.
are all things that can be done here. Like, I need to send Garishtal back.
Is
That's after the final battle.
Oh,
you
is
see,
it?
Adler was about to speak up,
Yeah.
so he is fighting with us then.
Yes.
Okay.
We have the means to give him what he wants.
Is
Well, as long as we win.
And he has a cousin. Brought him along too.
We saw him.
That one's a little more wild. Watch out for that one.
He did send his cousin home today.
Oh, alright then. Fine.
Just as the morning hit, we were watching it.
Is there anything else?
question. Did we tell Garishtal that he would be with us until the final battle, or did we tell him he just had to do this one thing for us?
We said final battle.
Okay.
Because like when I summoned him back, he wasn't mad or anything. Like I'm pretty sure I made that clear when we first made the when we actually, because I didn't talk to him when you guys actually made the deal. I talked to him once he got to
Yeah.
yeah, and I made it clear what it is we wanted out of him. So that basically I told him it really was just 2 battles.
Okay.
We needed to get in the Pale Light, and then after that the final battle with
I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Graham. That is what I said, right?
It is. It is what you said.
Okay.
Cool. Just to get all of our ducks in a row. Other than that, I just need to give my brother this blanket.
Okay.
Just
Is there
check.
anything else that we needed to do? Like, is there anything that we're not remembering? Do we get? Do we?
Actually, I might need to go to Kalos
Okay.
because Tio is getting that research
Valid.
prepared for me.
I remember we put in an order for magic items. Did we get those? This was like a while ago.
It's impossible to know.
I just figured I'd throw it out there. Okay. Do we want to?
think we've
What
gotten-
did we even order is the thing.
I'm pretty sure at this point, whatever it was is probably going to be trumped by the things that we currently probably have.
I think so. I
Uh,
believe you might have ordered something maybe to upgrade Mabehi, but I think
But he's pretty decked out right now.
yeah.
All right. All right. We went to Draconis. There's nothing in Draconis for us. We went over there. Nothing there. We've been to Southern. There's nothing really there.
Gamesh,
I think at this, yeah.
you made alliances with all of your
The Jaws.
yeah, that. Would they be willing to help us? Or is it too dangerous?
They would be willing to help. Sad part about it is kind of handicapped them a little bit. They no longer have their vestiges, but I'm sure they still will be willing to help. And what about our, I guess you say, allies in the ruins? I look at Seer. What do you think?
Sir?
Apologies. Can you repeat what you just said?
Oh, he said the allies in the ruins. So he's referencing Bana. Do you think we should go there and ask for aid?
I would rather not push our luck, but
If necessary.
we can
Um,
try.
and I can try to go to Bastion. How much time has passed since the battle with Garishtal?
I believe it was a little over a month ago.
A little over a month. So they might
Jeez,
have.
a month
It was
Yeah.
not that
feels
long
like
ago.
8 million years.
Really?
Like a
I,
year and a half
I feel like
ago.
I feel like we've been really. It has not been that long.
No, absolutely not. I'm being hyperbolic.
Oh, I was like, there's no way.
I guess just like in real time, it's been like a year.
since Garishtal, I don't think it's been that long.
It's been probably like at
Um,
least 6 months. I don't
Yeah,
remember
something.
exactly how
I
long.
give
It's been
the-
a while.
I'll give that. Yeah, I was like a year. I don't think it's been nowhere near. I think a year was like leading up to Garishtal when we first figured
Yeah.
out he was about to be a threat.
So much has happened in the last 6
yeah,
months.
the Garish Tall one was a pretty long journey.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a.
Bagman is partially black. What? That's wild.
Oh.
The Bagman episode has been blocked in certain countries. Cool.
What did we do?
I
What?
don't know. I don't know. I think it was probably something
Is
on
the-
on the music part. It's just been. I don't know.
I'd like
Oh
to
my.
believe it's the bag themselves.
June 6th of 2023 was Garish Tall when I uploaded to
W-
YouTube.
June
The battle with
6th.
Garishtal was June.
Yeah.
Damn, it's almost a year.
What? There's no fucking way
A
time
few
went by that
months
fast.
shy.
That's when I uploaded it, so it was probably the week before as well.
Holy shit.
Because I usually upload.
Telling you, it's been a while.
That is crazy. It does not feel like it's been a year.
It's been a fast year. I don't know what to say. It really doesn't
Oh
feel like
my
a year. It's
God.
been a year to me either.
Know what? You're right. Because after Garishtal, we did all the stuff for the shots, for the Veza and the Kriya shot.
Yeah.
There is a gap in my streams apparently.
Veza, the Kriya shot, and then we did more stuff with Usador. Yeah, that's when Usador made his big move. Yeah, man, it has been a year. God damn.
Yeah, Garish Tall's domain I uploaded in May, which was the session right before.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
and then
Okay.
skip from 111 to 122. I don't know where the rest of those went.
Okay. So Seer needs to go to Kalos. I need to go to Southern anyway, because that's where the what's the job for that one? Don't tell me. I want to find it. I got it.
Can we establish real quick where the phylactery is?
You have it.
Okay.
The type of job.
How big is it?
Palm?
Uh,
Like softball?
I believe it was the size of I'd like to say, probably a little bit bigger than a softball.
Okay, that's
Okay.
so
how,
like the
how would it compare to, say, the Golthias seed?
Much
bigger.
larger. Gulthias seed
Much
was
larger.
It was like a
Okay.
seed. That was a seed
I-
seed.
yeah, it was a golf ball.
Hey,
The Gulthias seed.
some seeds are fucking big.
Yeah,
That is
golf
know
ball.
it. That's valid.
The golf ball seed.
A golf ball seed.
Okay.
Oh,
Then in
that's
that
a good
case,
plan to get a golf
I would
course.
like to establish that I am keeping the phylactery on my person and
Gotcha.
not in the bag of holding.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no more of that shit. Grams made a fool of me once.
I gave you, it was 3 strikes. There was so many times I was like, oh, you hear sounds. The bags are weird. I don't know what's going on.
And every
We
time
knew what was happening.
nothing happened.
You can't say it wasn't a surprise when it happened.
No, it wasn't. It was just a matter of the fact that they got me at the most worst possible time. I didn't have
Yeah.
anything to fight them with. I was low on spell slots. I'm never low on spell slots usually.
Oh, that was probably the best plan that he ever made. Was like, you know what?
To be fair, like I can only say it was so much. I put it off for like a good 2-3 years
Yeah.
for how long I've had that spell. So
I will say, honestly, they did not expect you to be in Dwenwil in the ruins that day either. It was just supposed to be against the fake Isildur and his knights.
oh,
The fact that you had another fight previously was unexpected.
But appreciated.
Yeah. It was the next time you went home at all. Was when this was gonna kick off.
all right. Okay. So the Jods, Bastion. Seer needs to go to Kalos.
Belric needs to
Are
read his
there-
book.
Belric needs to read his book.
Yes, I do.
You have homework. And is there anyone else, any other group of people that we should be accounting for that we aren't?
I think you have
I
all
think-
your allies.
I think that's most of them.
I mean, your ship's kind of
Yeah,
far
I mean-
away.
Yeah.
I don't want to get them involved.
I mean, you could get Asif involved.
We could get Asif involved. That's a good point.
It's very true.
Actually, the ship isn't that far away when you think about it. There's a teleportation circle on the island of Kree.
Do keep in mind, Asif is level 14.
You can fight Isildur.
Yeah, just, she's a little squishier, so.
Still stronger
fine.
than most NPCs.
Oh, for sure. She's still way too strong to be on that boat.
that boat needs her.
It really does.
If she was more like
She waits us for the fight. The boat has to dock. They can't
she-
go on without
Oh,
her.
is God.
if she wasn't as chaotic, she could be the captain. But
She doesn't
Mhm.
want to be.
yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, because aside from Asif, I don't think anyone else on that boat's prepared for a fight. So
Oh, no. The boat is docked at Kree, so we could just leave the boat at Kree and grab Asif.
they said they sent Karn on a mission, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's go get all the old player characters and round them up. Have
are you
Where's George Blackwell? Blackwall.
he's with Karn.
mhm.
Okay.
There is
Alright.
if you're looking for some of your old companions, this is Adler speaking. I was able to track down two such allies in the Red Fort. A Minotaur and a monk. Half-orc.
Brand and what's her name? Hold up, I have it. I have it in here somewhere. I know I do.
Irene?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kareem.
Oh, she helped me put the guard in the bag.
Yeah.
I forgot
I
about
respect her.
that.
You knew
Yeah.
what had to be done.
They're in Red Fort. I can send messages and have them come along. The more the
I
merrier.
leave. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
We're gonna need people all across the mountain. We have to, well, defend this entire section of
I
forest.
wonder if I could. I
rocks,
wonder if I could
hills.
get some Earth Elementals to come join.
One way to find out.
I was gonna bring Ogremok out. Let him do.
Oh goodness.
Uh, Or if I could summon Zaraton, just put him in the middle of Usador's mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zaranton and Garishtal. Imagine that.
Look at the combo. You see what I'm saying? If I had a means of summoning Zaraton, I actually could. I can. I don't know. He might be strong enough to resist Gate. And then I gotta get him back.
You all have grown stronger than I could have ever expected. The fact that we're sitting here debating summoning what I can only assume is a god of the earth elemental planes.
Uh, I would say more of like an avatar of it. Representation of Earth itself.
Well,
At least from my understanding.
whatever you do, you have the blessing of the Terra. I will admit I was nervous when you brought Garishtal home, but
Fair.
it's amazing.
Um. Oh, could we summon Zerkim again? Do we know where he is? That's the Silver Dragon that helped us.
Ooh. He might
By
be.
Garishtal.
He's a silver dragon. They are more
Yeah.
active. And you have an ancient gold that he fought with.
Yeah. Zerkim. Yeah, I could cast Gate as a Hail Mary. Something. Sorry, man. That would be a very helpful Hail Mary.
Do you
'Cause
still have the
eventually
Phoenix?
No, remember we sent that back to Elemental Plane Fire.
You did. I was trying to remember.
It'd have been fun to release, but it might have been really mad at us, and I don't know if I would want to
Yeah,
risk that one.
it's a beastie.
Yeah. Imagine getting all 4 of the primordial elementals in one location.
Oh,
Leviathan, Phoenix, Zartan, and Tempest. All 4.
that would be crazy.
That's a whole nother battle afterwards because they don't have
Would-
intelligence.
So this is probably, honestly, this is probably core myth. Wouldn't Graylin not allow a deity to cross over?
Oh, believe me, I wouldn't just. If I were to tell you that I was doing that, that is a last, and I mean absolutely last ditch effort. The primordial elementals, they don't have sides. They're just forces of nature. It would just be as much of against us as it was against whoever I summoned it against. It's not really a tide turner.
Well, it's an intriguing thought. It's lucky that Garashtal is elemental, but more.
Yeah, he's still a sentient
Yeah,
entity.
more lawful.
Yeah.
Rules and honor.
Okay, so Zerkim, the Jods, Bastion, go to Kalos. Maybe does before I say this out loud, did Does Corvus know that we went to Bana?
Doesn't seem to.
I'll keep that one to ourselves.
You did see
Very
some like interesting looks when you mentioned the ruins. Like
Yeah.
they seem to be like, what are they talking about?
At the very least.
I could go find my mummy friend.
Do you remember his name?
Do I? Let me see.
A lot of the names are on the map. I won't lie to you. Like when you were trying to figure out what the name of the Tyvas was, or the
Yeah, it's Ivajad, yeah.
Tyvashad, they're named after like the locations, like Kriyajad, Vesajad. Just yeah.
Um,
I know where he is.
pay to find. I mean, I know where he is.
Yeah, I know. I know what the city is too.
Barlina.
Yes.
I don't even really think he's. I don't know if he's going to be that useful, but
Just a mummy.
from bound to sleep with his dark book. I never found out what that dark book was, did I? I'm pretty sure it's a book of chaos. I'm sure. And he wishes to finally die. I could go and kill him, take his book, make him happy.
Wait, what?
In my notes, it says mummy beneath Drachm, previous king to a kingdom on another continent, defeated by the Emperor of Dawn, bound to sleep with his dark book from the time before the fall, and wishes to finally die.
You want to kill him though?
Oh no, that was just me because he has a dark book and what was that? No, not really.
There's a
But
lot of book stuff with this world. It's kind of weird.
yeah, nerd.
Evil books.
Evil books. Evil nerd. All right. Okay, but seriously, are there any more stops that we think we want to plan out before we do this? Any entities, individuals, teams, kingdoms that I'm not thinking of? That would be
Only person I can think of is Asa.
all right. We can. Well, that's part of going to the Kriyajad.
Yeah.
So, um, it'd be nice if we had our our ones from the one shot that we did.
Which one shot?
The second one. No, the third one.
Oh, the
with
one from the undead.
Yeah, the ones. Yeah.
They are technically from the other continent of Karrak.
Yeah. I know. That's been funny. Okay.
Oh, never mind. I just had an idea. Sorry.
He's about to recruit them to East or side.
No. It's. You won't figure this out for like 3 years.
3 years down.
I don't know how long the evil campaign's gonna take.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I got you. Zircum could be another option. Okay, so that's roughly like 6. The 3 Jods, Bastion, Kalos, and Asif, and Zircum. So 6 individuals, and we need to go to Kalos for research purposes. Anything else? Or is that good?
I feel like that should be enough.
I mean, to be fair, we were talking about fighting like the big BBEG of our campaign, so
Yeah. But like we've also got like Garishtal and the Giants and like all these other people.
yeah. Okay, that's cool.
We're recruiting everyone and their grandma.
I mean, to be fair, if we don't win, that's the end of
Yeah.
pretty much everything. So
The
Kinda-
world as we know it.
You kind of want to win at this.
Just a
It'd be a
little
great
bit.
start for the evil campaign, though.
that would be a crazy start for the evil campaign.
Oh, super crazy.
All right. Yeah.
We
So.
keep this just for the evil campaign.
All right. So we have a few stops we can make. See what we can do.
Sounds good.
Oh,
We need
and if anything unexpected happens, there's the sending stone.
We'll be sure to contact you if we see anything. And be on the lookout. I doubt that Isildur is just gonna let us build up.
Oh, believe me, I'm prepared for him to be an asshole.
At least he is down a, well, from Garishtal's calculations, at least 500 demons.
Considering they're demons, that means
And
a
one
lot.
right-hand man.
And no more vessels to store his life force.
Yet.
Well,
All right, well, I guess we need to start making our moves.
Let's do it. Productive meeting, everyone. We'll reconvene soon. Good luck, Avant-Garde.
You as well.
Cormith walks out with the king as he retakes his form. They all wish you luck on your next few adventures. So, where do you wish to go first?
I should probably drop off the blanket in the picture first, since that's here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to do that before we got to the castle? Because he was at the.
I just never give it back.
I just never gave it back. Oh yeah, no, that's fine though.
No, but we can also go somewhere first. It doesn't really matter to me.
I mean, it's all cool. Oh no, I was gonna see if Grant would just say let you say that you gave it to him before we had left to go to the king. That's what.
Oh. Yeah, if I could do that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You want to do a little quick little role play of your heartfelt moment?
I don't know if it's very heartfelt. It's
Yeah.
Sentimental.
You go and find your brother.
Okay.
You are sent through the castle of Terranok to a kind of small, almost reserved section of the castle for rooms. You can see like a private kitchen and private dormitories, and you hear noises and sounds of laughter coming from what seems to be a private kind of common space.
Mm. Is there like a doorway I can knock on?
Yeah, I mean the door is closed. Like the common space is, you just hear the
Oh.
laughter coming from it.
What if I just leave this outside and run?
Oh wow.
Seer considers it.
You can.
She definitely considers it. It's been a rough day. But no, she'll knock.
Okay, you knock on the
Right.
door. You can hear that laughter kind of dies down. A few moments later, the door opens. You can see inside. There's a um, small glowing embered fire where you can see um, small couch set up with looks to be breakfast of some sort, and you can see uh, your old friend currently sitting with your old enemy on the couch, slightly laughing to each other. Standing right in front of you, your brother, Basem.
Yeah.
Oh, um, hey sis.
Hey, I just wanted to give you these before I left again,
Oh,
and I will
he
hand
kind
him
of
the blanket and the picture that he had given me.
he steps out of the room, kind of closes the door. Um, Staying out in the hallway with you, he holds his hands out and grabs the items. What? Did it did it look anything like you remembered it?
Parts of it, but not really.
Well, I appreciate a small token of happier times.
Of course.
Where are you heading off to?
Um, we've got a few stops in mind, but I need to go to Kalos soon, um, for research reasons, and Gamesh needs to contact all of the Jods, and
Fun
we
stuff.
need to get Asif.
Well, good luck. Um, I'll see you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you once more.
Of course.
Kind of like awkwardly like opens his arms a little bit. It's like
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll hug him.
Yeah, it's that awkward like few moments before a hug. That
Yeah.
you two embrace. Um, Stay safe.
um,
Um,
I'll do my best.
he kind of nods to you, and you begin to walk down the hallway. You hear the door open. You kind of look behind you, and uh, can't help but notice that he walks into the doorway and but looks out, and you know he seems nervous for you.
His life would be so much better if I wasn't in it.
Oh, don't say that.
We're family.
We are. It's funny when he was like, did it look the same as you remembered it? And I just thought of the mom.
Yep.
Mhm.
um,
I thought of that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't know.
No.
And he
And
doesn't
if
need
Seer
to.
has her way, he will never know.
Yeah.
She'll just get a distant look in her eyes
the
mid conversation.
pale light flashbacks.
Hell
Yeah.
like flashbacks. Round 2, actually.
He thinks he understands.
Yeah. You meet up with your party once more.
Yes.
Where do you decide
Alright.
to go? What's the first stop?
How much time did do we need before we hit Kalos?
A few hours.
A few hours? Okay.
I will say that meeting probably all by itself took an hour.
A
Okay.
couple hours.
Alright, so I guess we can go to Kalos first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kalos first would make sense.
Okay. You all prepare to head to Kalos. Are you teleporting there?
I think that's the only way you can get there in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna walk.
I believe we have a teleportation circle.
You do.
Yeah, we have two. We have one for Kairos and one for Kalos.
Yeah. So which one do we? So are we going to Kalos first or Tybos?
Doesn't matter. I mean, because we're gonna have to realistically teleport to both of them.
Yeah. Let's go to Carlos first.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh man, guys, we've been playing since 2018.
God.
Yeah.
I've only been playing since 2019.
Yeah.
That's
I
still
started.
a really long time.
I started playing Dungeons and Dragons in 2017.
I started playing Dungeons and Dragons in 2019.
Oh man,
This is still my first character.
that is crazy.
I
This is
know.
this is my like. I don't know. I've done one shots and stuff. So I want to say this is like my 7th character, I think. Because my very first character, that campaign froze. Then my second character, that one died. Then I made Celicia. And then I made my Mystic. And then I made Aldrum. Then I made Dornick. Then I did. Oh, what was my bugbear druid name called? His name was I think his name was Jardar. um and then I make a mesh. I may make a mesh first, but so that's 8 characters. Man,
Damn.
9. Because my Mystic character, we stopped that campaign and we started another one, but then the group kind of fell apart after that. And I played Borvo. I played Weirin. I played my Blood Hunter. I played Pacha. Pacha's still probably one of my favorite characters I played.
Loved that little guy.
Pacha was.
And I think that's all of mine. No, I played Keelgath. That's 10. That was like my only cleric I ever made. Yes, I think I've played a total of 10 characters. But I have like 122 in my D&D Beyond.
God, that's crazy to me.
I just keep getting character concepts and ideas. Oh, and then I started the other one, so 11, because I have my Side Warrior. So that's 11. That's going on right now, technically. We kind of in a little hiatus. Everybody had a lot of stuff going on, but technically the campaign is technically still ongoing.
I think I'm around like 10 characters as well. 2 of them are like the same version of, or like different versions of the same ranger.
Mm.
Um,
Oh,
most
12.
of mine are
Because then there was a
one-shots.
Christmas one shot I did.
Ooh, yeah. There's a lot of one shots. Most of them are one shots. I think I've only ever actually played as a player with Ridis, my ranger,
With Laura.
and twice now with Laura.
Yeah. Laura's making the dreams come true.
Honestly.
Hell yeah, that's my job.
Ooh, 5 times. I have a druid in Curse of Strahd right now that I'm slowly working through.
12 characters, because then it had Arbogast. I forgot about him. That was my halfling rogue. he was a scout. Jeez,
What
who,
year did I was listening when I went downstairs. Um, when did Bellic and Senti join? What year was that?
I think it was 2021. Cause I'm pretty sure. I think it was 3 years since like February. I think since I joined. I think.
yeah, they joined like right after COVID. I'm pretty sure it was right after COVID. No, was it? I mean,
I
I
can't
feel like it was
remember.
before COVID because
No, that one was after.
it was like we didn't get to
Let
Because
me.
I joined when you guys were at like Exem.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
can't
I
So
remember.
could
I
have
think I'm pretty sure it was like I've been in this campaign for like 3 years.
that might be
Well,
act man, time fly by so fast. That might be absolutely
I
per
messaged you
okay.
because Laura told me you were interested. Um, January 26th of 2021.
Yeah, he joined the server January 31st, 2021.
Man,
If you
right after
click on
COVID.
someone's name, you can see when they joined the server.
Damn.
Man, that's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah.
It took us till after COVID to get to Zim.
Why am I?
Right. It feels but to be fair, that means it took us about 2 years to deal with Rushkaball.
That's
And also to be fair, that first year was really just to lead up into Rushkaball. Then that second year was dealing with Rushkaball.
yeah. It's just so much has
Yeah.
happened now that like in retrospect it seems crazy.
It's a long campaign.
This
Really
is a
That's what
long
it is. It's a long
campaign.
campaign.
I think this is longer than like like the Critical Role campaign.
When I tell people
Oh,
that I've been
definitely.
playing a D&D game for almost 5 years, they are flabbergasted.
Because honestly, the fact
awesome.
that the group hasn't fell apart is actually the amazing part.
Yeah, because I've had
Yeah.
that happen, but like that's why I was so happy when we just kept going.
Yeah. This has been the most consistent group I have ever played
Yeah,
with.
it was a rough start, but
Same.
like eventually I got actually good players that wanted to like continue this, and I'm so happy.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
This was I'm glad I joined this one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm happy I
Because
invited you.
when I joined this one, this is when I realized I had to kind of slow down on my D&D because I was playing it a lot. I would have like 3-4 days out the week where I was staying up for 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The reason I started this, I my previous game had ended right after high school, and I was like, okay, I want to get back in to start a new game, and I was also like, oh, I'll join a couple games and see how that feels. I hated joining games.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what it was about the DMs. They were just not good. There was one guy who it was a higher level campaign. They played 3 times a week.
God.
Whoa.
Like, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can miss a couple sessions." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. I work like, 2 days of the week that you guys play," and they were not happy about that. And I was like, I think I played 2 sessions, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
so many sessions.
It's a lot, and
Three
I'm like,
three
I like
sessions a
D&D, but
week.
I can't do that much.
Like 4-hour sessions?
I can't remember how long they were, but it was enough.
Oh my god.
Now I have 3,
Right.
and
honestly, at the moment I'm down to like 1.5 because like I said, my other one kind of it's not fizzled out. Like we stay in contact about it, but we haven't played in like almost 2 months now.
damn,
But
it happens.
like I said, this group has. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Everybody gets busy and stuff. I understand.
yeah.
Stuff
Speaking
happens.
of this
That
group,
was-
though, we should keep going.
Yeah, do something. Yeah, we should do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we should.
We're just talking about D&D. We're not playing it.
I'm not
So yeah,
crying.
It's been a while since we derailed a session with just table talk.
It's fun
Yeah,
though. Like
we've been doing pretty good.
it's fun. I like talking to you all.
Exactly. Okay.
So you all, so Seer, you're the one teleporting everyone to Kalos.
Yeah.
Okay. You and your allies all shift through the material plane and end up in the city of giants. You find yourselves traveling through the busy, crowded streets. One thing you notice, in fact, the first thing you notice, is the presence of guards is increased. The streets are monitored daily, and while there is still a lot of people, there's less. This is a city of millions, and right now, there's not as many people out and about, traveling to and fro, and people seem worried. But you make your way to the north side of the city, to the Icewind Conservatory. The massive stained glass library, owned and operated by the Iceblade family. Walking in, you can immediately see attendants working tirelessly. Um, you can see there is a guard presence in the library. In fact, you can see guards are currently sat around tables and reading. It seems like there is a lot of state-sponsored learning happening right
Oh.
now. You walk up to the table to one of the attendants. Um, you can see a female Goliath greets you. Hi, how can I help you?
Tio hasn't gotten back in contact with me
He is
yet,
not.
right? I'll just say that I'm here to browse.
Here to browse? Okay, is there anything you're looking for specifically? We can bring an attendant to help you search for what you look for.
Goodness, is there anything that's gonna be useful? To browse.
Books on liches.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking Tio about.
I mean, I just the only thing I could really personally think of. Floating cities. Did they move? Oh,
I
the
know they do.
well,
I
how
know they do,
fast?
though.
Well, how fast do they move?
That's true. I guess I'll look into the Sky Cities.
Okay.
Also, are you guys dropping me off or?
Dropping you off. You drove.
Yeah, but I can teleport you guys to Tyvos.
Yeah, but then you'd have to teleport back to us again. That's just wasting spell slots at that point.
I don't have to spend a spell slot to teleport to Tyvos. I have the freaking teleportation circle. It just takes me 10 minutes.
It's not ritual though. We went over this.
Teleportation circle?
It's not a ritual spell.
Yes,
not.
it is.
We thought it was, but it's not.
It's not.
Why does it say ritual?
I don't know
See?
why it says ritual. Like I could have swore I didn't think it was, but it's
I
not a
always
ritual.
thought it was.
It's
But we looked and it's not.
This
It's
is
not.
insane.
I think it's
5
teleportation
years.
circles, and we've just been teleporting around all willy nilly.
Damn.
But yeah, no. So teleportation circle is not a ritual spell, so we kind of just stuck with us for a little while.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Really not.
A group could just teleport around freely at level 9, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we did.
Yeah. It didn't break the campaign or anything. it didn't ruin the time crunches that we probably should have had.
No.
Yeah, it definitely didn't make it so this campaign lasted less than a year in world, rather than
And
what probably would have been like 4 years of travel and downtime.
and downtime, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Honestly,
you live and you learn.
Yeah. We all thought.
That's
listen,
funny.
next time you should take the 30-day journey across the
Yeah.
seas, please,
Uh,
instead of just teleporting.
instead of teleporting. All right.
Alright.
But what? Let me see. What else was in Kalos? Let's see if there's anything in here.
Major item or major places include there is the Temple of Graylin, which was
Oh
the old
yeah.
Cloud Crown house turned into a temple. There is the
Yeah.
Magic Academy of Wormvolt. There
I would
is
like to. First, I'll go to the Temple of Graylin.
okay. You go to the Temple of Graylin. There's also there's multiple magic item shops, I believe you know of. One
Yeah.
is the Diminution Addiction, which is giant themed.
And then we have the Last Rock.
And then
I'll
the
probably go there
Invincible
just to say hi to my
Valkyrie.
friend,
Ga.
gnome friend.
Oh, Kraglin. That's your little gnome friend.
Yeah. I'll probably go there and see what's up.
For a second, I was like, wait, his name's not Kraglin, is it? And then I realized that, yeah, his name is Kraglin. I'm like,
His name
what?
is Kroger.
Roger.
Like, for a second, I'm like, why is his name Kraglin? I would never name someone Kraglin. I was gaslighting myself into, like, not believing the name I had chosen. It's in my
Oh,
notes, too. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, what?
yeah.
I don't remember
What the
that.
fuck? What the fuck was I thinking? Kraglin? Who thinks
Kraglin,
of Kraglin?
what a stupid name.
Who gave him that? Oh, I did.
I was literally like, man, what's this Guardians of the Galaxy ass name right here?
This
There's
Guardian of the
literally a
Galaxy.
character
I
in
know
that
it
movie
is.
named that.
I can't remember if this was. Oh, this is definitely made after Guardians came out, but I don't think I knew his name was Kraglin. Um, but yeah. So, first off, Seer, you are going in, searching up Sky Cities information. They assign an attendant to you to kind of like help you research. Ganesh will be going towards. What did he say again? Oh, to the new Temple of Graylin, where Vitalius has set up shop, and Faradir is heading towards the Diminution Addiction. Is Thera also going there, or what's Thera up to?
She'll stay with Sierra if that's okay, just to make sure
Okay.
she's all right.
Gotcha. Is Senti and Belric staying with Seer, or are they?
In case she gets like murdered or something.
I
Fair
am
enough.
carrying the phylactery, so.
She is.
Yes. Yeah, Thera's gonna stand guard basically.
Gotcha.
Yep, I'll also stay, but also I'm gonna like read my book.
Okay, so you're gonna read another book in the library.
Yep, well, I figure it's the best spot to read a book.
Fair enough. Okay. We will start off with. Yeah, let's start off with Seer. So you are brought into the library. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please. With advantage, you are being assisted by one of the attendants here, looking up information on Sky Cities, Flying Islands.
21. That's
21.
really low.
Very good. Looking up this information, you and the attendant pour over books. This process probably takes a good hour or so to do. And information you find out is there is a set speed for the travel of the ancient sky cities. Let me find it.
Go 40 miles per hour.
Hmm.
0 to 40 in 0.5 seconds, though. It's pretty fast.
Yeah. Doing the math, it gives you a specific speed, which I can't seem to find at the moment. But I'll give you the gist of it. You do the math with your attendant, pouring over maps and data. One thing you do find is that in order to fly from where the mountain supposedly is currently stationed to Rankton, would probably take about 40 days. And that is a span of about 900 miles. It's about 22 miles a day.
22 miles a day?
Yep, approximately about that. To fly it. That is, based on the calculations you do with your attendant, this is kind of like, it should take 40 days for him to fly the mountain there. You do come across something that is slightly blood-curdling information. There's a small snippet of information talking about Proctiv's Move Mountain and other high-level spells that are, created from this previous age. And that information is that there is a spell to simply teleport the mountain anywhere in the world.
God damn, in the world.
Which, in your mind, and actually information that comes from the attendant, makes a lot of sense. As not but a few weeks ago, a mountain to the southwest of the city of Kalos floated 60,000 miles in the air, or 60,000 feet in the air, sorry, and then promptly teleported away.
As it does.
Normal mountain behavior.
Normal mountain behavior.
Yeah. You get the sense that, like, the reason the city is like this is because they witnessed a mountain moving and being flown into the sky. And yeah, they are not excited about this. So, as you do this research, you hear a familiar voice, kind of like partially echoing across the space. Theo, sir. What did I miss? Anything of note? A few newcomers they're researching right now. One of them brought their own book. Oh. Okay, he kind of looks over, and you turn around and make eye contact with Tio. Gives you a slight smile, seeing you there, and he begins to walk over. Let's cut to Faradir. Faradir, you head towards the diminution addiction.
Yeah, over to my gnome buddy.
Yeah, you go and visit Craiglin. You ascend up the kind of ramping steps towards the top of this. Um, for a giant, this would be a 4-story building. This is like 8 stories up. And you find the small little shop dug into the side of this large complex. You can see all the strange giant artifacts, um, banners, and other interesting devices. Um, you hear some movement, and eventually, coming out from behind the counter is Kraglin, the uh, not so small rune knight. Oh, hi!
Hello again.
It's a pleasure to see you.
And you as well.
What brings
Just
you back?
in town for some business before we go save the world, you know.
Ah, gotta love that type of business.
Just want to check in on you, see if you're okay.
Oh, yes, I'm doing just fine. I've been selling a lot of stuff to the city. Um, got some access to some new giant artifacts. Um, just working on my rune knight runes and all that good stuff. It seems like you got a new rune.
I do indeed.
Oh, that's amazing. Where'd you find this one?
Oh god, which one is the new one?
Haug?
Yeah, I think that's the most recent one. Boy, where would Faraday have found that? She just leveled up and got it. Oh, gosh.
You found it in the
I don't remember when we leveled up, like what we did to level up to that
what was
level.
what level was that?
Let me check
That was fairly recent,
here.
right?
It's been a bit. I think it was level 16, maybe?
Um, well, 19 was there. Level 18 was um after the Bagmen, right?
I think so. But that was Garish. Oh, when did we get 8th level spells? I think that's Garish Tall.
I think that is like Garishtal, yeah. Um, say you probably would have found it at Garishtal in his domain.
I was under the ground in the caves fighting Fire Titan, and I found some old runes from some wandering hill giants that delved a little too deep.
Hmm, interesting. Well, it seems like you've amassed quite a collection.
Indeed, it's done very good for me in battle so far.
I bet Haug is one of the oh, it's one of my favorites.
Helped me take a lot of hits while my party was stuck in a box.
They were stuck in a box.
They were stuck in a box, yes.
Hmm, sounds like they're not good.
No, they're very good, but sometimes a box is there and you cannot get out.
Ah, I think I could get out of a box.
Next time I'll bring you to the box. How about that?
That sounds wonderful. I will gladly join
Alright.
you for any box endeavors.
You say you have more artifacts. What do you have?
I have discovered a few random things. I have a couple bags if you want to see them.
Yes, what kind of bags?
I have well, I was able to find a small collection of frost giant bags and hill giant bags specifically. They're really random, just filled with um, just items that a typical frost giant would have on their person. They're kind of cool. Um, For a collector like myself, they're kind of cool. But you're probably more interested in the actual magic.
Usually, yes, I'm not much of a collector. Though if you have anything that is particularly ancient, I know somebody who might appreciate something of the sort.
Hmm. Well, let
She
me
is
show
a
you what I have.
giant herself and has not been able to meet too many others.
Oh, I would love to meet a giant in real life. Most of them are, sadly, not nice. Um.
I think Faraday did bring you straight here
Oh,
during some
yeah, you did.
downtime.
Yeah. Uh.
Yes, I
So actually,
believe
he would
you've
change
met
that.
Easterade before.
I have. It was the first ever cloud giant I ever met, and wow, what a day! That was probably the highlight of my
Eh,
life.
Meeting her was the highlight of my life too.
It seems like she's just a fantastic person. Then
Indeed.
maybe we should have more people meet giants and see the true side of them. They are just so fantastic. But you were looking for items.
Yes, just see what you have.
Go ahead and roll me a d20, please. 19. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well, a few things I gathered. I have a really nice suit of armor. They call it the Zephyr armor. It invokes a well, the rune of the Cloud Giants. He brings out a white and silver armor that bears the wind rune upon its chest. Um, Wearing this armor gives you advantage on dex, acrobatics checks, and dex saving throws, as your movements are bolstered by the wind. Um, he has a lash of immolation, um, which is a whip +1 that can do some extra fire damage. Um, he has a very rare Mistral mantle, a thick fur-lined cloak that has the frost rune stitched on its hem in silvery blue thread. Frigid wind swirls around the cloak regardless of weather. Gives resistancy to cold. Um, and when you move within 5 feet of a creature, you can cause the cloak's cold wind to buffet that creature, potentially proning them. And you can also invoke the rune, creating a sleet storm. He has a very rare sword called a bloodshed blade. Um, it contains the blood rune. You can add your con modifier, minimum of +1 to damage attack rolls made with the weapon. And you can invoke the rune, which when you target a creature with an attack using the weapon, you can invoke the sword's rune, causing it to flare with crimson light and infusing your attack with bloodthirsty precision. Then spend and roll one of your unspent hit die and add the number rolled to the attack roll. You can choose to invoke the rune after rolling the d20. If the attack hits, you can also spend and roll any number of your unspent hit die and add the total resulted to the rolled to the damage weapon's damage. Sorry. This can only be done once per day. And this would be a longsword.
Okay. Ooh, a longsword, you say?
Yeah. The last item that he'll bring out is called an Orb of Scoreus. Said to be infused with the wisdom and power of the god Scoreus. It's a polished stone orb, veined with iridescent crystal that seems to glow from within. The orb is 8 inches in diameter and weighs 8 pounds. making it a palm-sized trinket for a stone giant, but more unwieldy for a medium creature. It can be a spellcasting focus and has 3 charges. While holding the orb, you can expend up to 3 charges to ignore the spell's material components with a gold piece cost up to 300 per charge expended. Gives you +2 bonus to any Constitution saving throw you make to maintain your concentration on the spell, and allows you to see in darkness, magical and non-magical, for 120 feet.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, he has some very interesting weapons and items. They skew from rare, very rare, and all the way to legendary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't wear light armor.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't need a whip.
I don't need a whip, no. The mantle is cool, but ultimately not super useful for me in particular. Look at that sword, though. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How much would that sword run?
That sword. Let me pull up actual cost real fast. It's the Bloodshed Blade. You're looking at approximately 50,000 gold.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I super don't have that much money. For a level 19 character, I'm incredibly broke. I have just over 4,000 gold.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, you would not
Think
want to
more
hear
than
how
me.
much the orb is.
The orb's for spellcasters. I don't want it.
Your party might want it.
Then I could tell them about it, but they have to come back here and buy it themselves. I really like that sword. It's very good. Do I have anything I could trade? I have a vestige. That might be overkill. Also, I don't want to give up a vestige without anybody's input. I do have... This guy, I traded in a belt and money for a better belt before, so he accepts a mix of trade and money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would he say to some boots of speed and a giant slayer longsword for that sword?
Giant slaying longsword and then boots of speed, huh? That'll probably knock off. Probably could knock off about 20k.
Damn.
I don't know how much money is in your. I don't even want to ask how much money is in your.
I don't have any money in there. I don't remember what I spent. I think I spent all my money on getting the belt I have right now because it was
Yeah,
so fucking expensive.
the group change is pretty empty. What did it say in the bank?
The bank is outdated, I think. I don't think I have that much platinum in there, at least.
Where is the bank? Oh, I have to actually search the bank. Bank. Where's my bank at? Bank of the Loud Coins. There. It's in party notes. 252 platinum.
It's been so long since we updated it, I don't remember if that's accurate anymore.
I mean, it's not even a lot, honestly.
It's truly not.
Wow. I just don't have a lot of money left.
I mean, Seer does, but Seer is paying a mortgage, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I paid the mortgage off. I'm not paying mortgage anymore. I paid it.
Damn, you have 50K and you already paid off the mortgage? Shit.
Yes.
Alright, well,
I just happen to have all of the party's spare money.
Party.
Is also what's happened.
Okay, why do I have a party fund for the group treasure in the Coulterstone farm?
Because we're keeping it in the Dawn Tomb.
Yeah, you're right. So you do have a lot of money in the party fund.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't have it with us.
No.
No.
I don't think he'd take an IOU for 30,000 gold.
Our people will get in contact with your people.
Yeah, for real. Would he loan it to me? And then because I think it would just be really useful for this final battle, I think. Would he take those 2 items as collateral? And then as soon as I finish fighting, I bring it back to him? Because we've done business. He knows I'm a return customer.
He does know that you are a return customer. Let me pull up let me pull up your sheet real fast. I need to see something.
See what my charisma is? It's not good.
Do you have anything else that you could offer? A few more items?
Not that I'm not using. I guess my Eyes of the Eagle, I'd be swapping out the attunement for that sword, so I could add that to the collateral.
Do you still have that +2 battle hex?
Technically Thera has it right now, but I could
Thera
go
has
grab
it?
it from her. I had Faradir lend her the axe whenever we went into the city, just in case she needed a melee weapon, because Thera just had a basic ass quarterstaff. It could run and grab it though. That wouldn't take long.
Where is it located?
Thera just has it.
Okay.
Thera's just back with Seer. Sorry I'm taking so long shopping, guys.
That's fine. It's all good.
Shopping
It's a
takes
shopping.
a while.
Yeah.
It's all stuff you want.
Yeah, would he accept those 4 things as collateral for now, and then he gets the sword back at the end? I need it for like less than a week, maybe. Hopefully. I don't know how long this is gonna take us, I'm not gonna lie.
2 years, duh.
Sure hope not.
You know,
The single battle with Usador takes a year.
you are a good egg, and
Could also offer to teach him a new rune if he doesn't know one of the ones I know.
I think those items would suffice. You've done a lot for me. I do want one thing after this.
Okay, and that is.
You you had Ystrad make your sword, right?
Yes, she made uh, my sword infused with the power of thunder, and then also upgraded one of the swords in my grouping with a flame rune.
Hmm.
She's quite a skilled blacksmith.
I would enjoy work with her on crafting something custom. Um, and I will take the payment that I would give to her off of the item. How about that?
I could I could make that work, yes.
Then it
She's
seems
been
we have a
saying she
deal.
wants to widen her skill set.
Well, sounds like we have a deal.
And the deal it is. And just so I'm clear, I'm letting him hold those 4 items, and then he's working with Yestrad after?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And then he'll
That'll
get the sword back, I'll get my items back.
and he gets
Everything
whatever
will
he
be good.
wants to create with Ystrad.
Yeah. Okay, let me just remove these. Sick.
Bet. Well, that gives you your new blade. You can add the bloodshed blade to your inventory for now. He will hand it off to you. It is a beautiful, beautiful weapon engraved with the blood rune, which you recognize as the same rune that encompasses uh, the arena within Kalos. The Blood Festine.
Very, very cool.
It is a very nice item. Very nice indeed. You head back to your allies.
Indeed, I do.
Um, and I'm sure you inform them on the other items that this little guy was selling.
Yeah, I'd let him know about the mantle, the orb, which would be good for a spellcaster,
Mm-hmm.
the whip.
What does the orb do?
Um, it has 3 charges. When you cast a spell while holding the orb, you can expend up to 3 charges to ignore the spell's material components with gold piece cost, up to 300 per charge. So it's just infinite,
Hmm,
like, you know, free money essentially, up to 900 gold.
that would be good for Cinti, actually.
Probably. And it gives you a +2 bonus to con saves for concentration spells.
Yeah, that would be good for Cinti. How much did it cost?
I don't think that one was asked fully. but it's a legendary item. Technically, so it's a lot.
Yeah, I did not ask how much it was, but
You want to
a
ask
lot
before
of
you
a
leave?
lot of smackaroos. Sure.
75K. It's a free money generator, basically.
We'll get around to that. I'm sure we'll get around to that.
Okay. That's as you walk back to your allies. Let's go to Ganesh.
Yes.
Ganesh, you
Back.
head to the newly founded Temple of Graylin. Not but a handful of months old since your battle here in the arena, when it was gifted to Vitalias. Walking in, you can immediately see the three-tiered steps leading up further into the massive manor house that just sprawls. You can see individuals wearing vestiges of Graylin, um, newly founded clerics, paladins, people who are seeking to protect their home, their plane from outside influence, as is the creed and teachings of Graylin. You see one of the individuals kind of walks up to you. Hell, welcome, brother.
Is Gamesh back?
Is Gamesh back? Oh, he did say BRB. I did not see that. I'm gonna take that as a no. Well, I don't hear anything.
Oh no.
So actually, we cut not to Gamesh, but back to Seer. As Tio Iceblade kind of walks over to you. Seer, sorry I was busy finishing up your research. I didn't know you had already stopped by.
No,
I
it's fine.
was.
I was just killing time.
Oh, you're fine. I was just about to start messaging you. If you and your friends want to follow me, I can take you to a private spot.
Yeah, this year we'll get up. I assume the rest of whoever's with me follows.
Does Belloc follow?
Actually, Belric might not follow.
Yeah, I could follow, but I'll be still reading the book as I was walking.
Okay, you're just walking and reading. As is
Someone hold
one.
his shoulder.
It's probably Thera that's probably having to like shoulder him and be like, this way, this
Guide
way.
dog him.
Basically. Um, you're led downstairs into a more darkened space of the library. Believe you've been to one of these spaces before. They are private rooms with security details with more damaging information.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been here a few times.
yeah, you're
Surprising no one.
you're brought deep below the earthen streets of Kalos and find yourselves to a well-guarded room with armed servants of this great library. You find a room with many books, small little lights are set up around the space, and there is a closed fire pit, filling the room with a kind of bathe of warmth. There are a few small chairs, but there's a main table in the center where you can see candles are set, chandelier above, and there's papers and pencils abound. He immediately walks over to the bookshelf and just begins pulling out books, almost like he just knows which ones he has to grab, and begins setting them off in front of you. I came here to research what you talked about, and these three books are the ones I found some information in. relating to phylacteries. I don't know if it's entirely useful, but it's what I found.
Well,
Essentially, phylacteries are, I'm sure you know, spaces where liches can place their soul and others and trap them within a device. It allows their body to not ascend when they die, which helps them stay on the material world. To destroy a phylactery is deeply personal. Few of these books mention Orcus, but that's a toss-up. Um, they say he's almost the god of liches, but I don't believe that. I believe he would have to be next to a lich that he doesn't like to end their phylactery. I don't think he can just do it at will. I read it's deeply personal for what the secret to destroying any phylactery would be. I don't know which you're talking about, but typically they can choose this. I don't know too much other than that. You can read through the books yourself, try to see if anything sparks something in you. That's the basis I got.
well, that's already a little bit more than we already knew. Um, yeah, how long do I think it would take me to read these books with my goggles?
Um, Given that the passages that do relate to what he was talking about have already been marked, I'd say like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there's whole sections and chapters that are just not consequential to what you wanted to learn, so they've already been demarcated. So you begin reading the next 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to see if anything, if anything aligns in my mind that maybe wouldn't have aligned in Tia's mind because he's.
Um, Reading through over the next 10 minutes, you get, the mainstay bits of information. What the hell? Oh, I am playing. Sorry. I just had to laugh. My brother just sent me a message to say stop playing Siege. I haven't played Siege in like 3 days, but it still says I was.
Oh.
I don't know. I canceled out.
I have a friend who had Krita open for like 2 days, and I was like, damn, bitch is in the drawing mines. Let this woman's wrist rest.
No.
Oh my gosh. I've added 94 hours onto Rainbow Six Siege. Oh no. Yeah, I did close out Siege, but apparently it just did not close out on.
Quick question. What's the Shield of the All-Watcher? Do we have that? What is that from?
Shield of the All-Watcher is Greylin's shield. It was one of the
Why do
items that
we
Gamesh
have
gathered. Because Gamesh had it,
Huh.
and then he gave it to Greylin. I didn't know if you were
Okay,
going to.
so we don't have that.
No, you do not.
Okay.
I didn't know if you wanted to use them while you did have them, so I gave you the item sheets because they were real magic items. They were vestiges essentially.
It's a dope ass shield though.
It is very dope.
Just straight up gives you more hit points.
Actually, wait, is that how I wrote it? Let me read.
I might be reading that wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, it does
I
not
can't
give you
read.
extra hit points. I believe it has a pool that you can use for taking damage, and it has to be elemental
Okay.
based. It's really good for like dragons or something like that, where you can just like absorb the damage,
Okay. Yeah, I was
and then dish it
misreading
out
it. I thought
later.
it added to your hit point maximum.
No.
Still stupid strong.
Mm-hmm. It is very stupid strong. It's a good item. Made it myself. But back to D&D.
Yes.
Here, I have
Doesn't
to get my.
even
I have to
jump
get.
out at me.
Yeah, I have to get my mind back on track. I got distracted for too long.
Siege.
This is open.
Racking up those hours.
100 hours. Woo. It wasn't even.
Wow, you're so dedicated.
It literally was not even open on my like screen. It did not. Other than Steam, it did not say I had it open.
Oh,
And I just
a
haven't
glitch
used
on
Steam
Steam.
apparently. So. Um. Let me think. Reading through the process for the destruction of phylacteries is um, kind of spotty. There are examples, historical, of heroes of years past finding ways to destroy them, and it almost always revolves around a lich's weakness. Um, or some other feat like that. Um, based on your divination spell, you know that apparently it used to be related to a font of power for Yseldor.
Mm-hmm.
But that is so. Um, it could be a lot of things. But the fact that he switched it is strange because it should not be able to be switched.
Okay.
You read that whatever they create the weakness to be, that is the weakness. As you know, who knows why? Maybe a lich one day wants to destroy their phylactery to end themselves. Yeah, not much else jumps out to you. It's not too much information on these. Actually, a you do read, or do you make a history check actually with advantage.
Okay.
You have the books in front of you and allies to help you interpret this knowledge.
17.
17. Any bonuses? I believe you have Belaric's little song.
Oh yeah, how much is that?
Should be a D12.
Well, I almost did 1D 123, which is 18.
18.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, there's not too much else to go off of. All the information is there in front of you, pretty much.
And we don't know what we don't know which font of power it was exactly, correct?
Not entirely. Font of Power. Do you know the names of all the books of chaos? It's an out of character question.
No, I don't think we know all of them.
Did the alternate Usador not say him? Can't remember if he did. Oh, let me pull up. If anyone's gonna have it, it's probably the resident note taker. What the hell is happening? Scripting Golden Life, Fall of Lords. Yeah, okay. It's hard to say. And Gamesh is not there. If anyone else wants to make a history check, if you're reading over this information, you can.
Sure, Farah will.
Bardic
She's there.
inspiration.
Great. Guidance.
Succeed where I
Oh,
fail.
she actually has proficiency in history. Great. Is that a D6?
Yep.
You technically also have Belrix.
Hey!
All right, that's a
20.
20 so far.
Plus the
Sure.
D12.
I'll roll the D12. 27.
Okay.
There's
27.
gotta.
You.
She's an old woman. She knows so much.
Mm-hmm. You. I don't think you were there technically at the time, but you are kind of like looking in on this information about specifically the way that the phylactery works with the relative to the planes. And one thing you've noticed is that it stops the soul from ascending to another plane of existence. And part of you realizes that if the phylactery was not on the material plane, there's a chance it could not work. That if Isildur were to die and the phylactery was just off somewhere else on another plane, he might just die until his phylactery is brought back to the material plane. Just something you notice.
Interesting.
So if you can't find out his weakness,
Yeah, if we can't destroy it, we can hide it. Just throw it through the nearest planar portal.
So the god said that his weakness walks amongst us.
I could cast Commune and just get straight up ask, is the weakness seer, and get a yes or no answer.
you could.
I
Yeah, Sarah will
commune.
do that right here. She'll plop down in this library. She's gonna cast Commune.
Oh shit.
Just so we know, just so
And
we don't have to keep wondering if it's seer or not. I could just get an answer straight up.
You cast Commune. You
You
ask
get
3
three
questions that
questions,
can
so if
be
there's two
answered
other
with a yes or
questions anyone
no.
wants to be asked,
What is Yggdrasil's
Hmm.
weakness?
has to
Divine
be a
beings
yes or no
aren't
answer.
necessarily omniscient. Assuming
Shit.
some
I
unclear as
cast
the answer.
divination and got that the weakness walks amongst us, because that can be a cryptic answer. Commune
Okay.
is a yes or no.
Okay.
So you ask, is the weakness here?
Yeah.
Um, interesting. I'm trying to think on this one. I'm sorry.
Watch you get caught in a technicality. It's just one of
Trying
my
to give
mini
us
games.
trying to give us one of
Technically,
the most vague ass answer possible in a yes or no question.
technically, yes. Technically, yeah. You get a very like, you get a yes, but it's questionable. It's like, yes.
Okay.
You have 2 more questions.
Yes, but kind of. Uh, hmm.
Could ask about like other people if they're the weakness just to make sure.
Is the weakness all of us because the weakness was friendship?
No.
I don't ask that. I was being sarcastic.
You can't be
You did ask
sarcastic
I
with the
that.
know.
gods.
I know the weakness was not the friends we made along the way.
Your moon god
Be the
has
one
no
friend we made
sense of
along the way.
sarcasm.
That was an out of character question. You shush.
Your moon god has no power here.
What is a helpful, what is a constructive line of questioning that's yes or no?
So is it seer? Yes, question mark. Which is
Hey,
super helpful, thank you.
Oh,
So
the
how do
DM
we
might
figure out,
offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
does it?
She instead says yes, but also no.
yes, but also no.
Oh, welcome back.
Sorry.
Hello.
Welcome.
No, you're good.
Um,
Do you have any questions for God?
That's a very
it'll answer just the confused yes at first. Like it's not gonna. Yeah,
Just withholding information from me.
basically.
all right. What questions have you come up with so far?
So far we've
Is
just
seer
asked
the weakness?
for the phylactery, aka Usador, and it said yes, kinda.
Um. Um. Can can Seer destroy it at the moment?
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask, can seer destroy it at the moment?
What is it?
The
Can Seer destroy it?
phylactery.
Yeah, yeah, the flag.
Can she destroy the phylactery at the moment? This isn't a genie, this is my goddess. I assume she'll offer some leeway on not using the exact nouns.
Sears dealt with fiends only. Can't relate.
Hmm.
Well, fiends and a
If
lich.
okay, this is really kind of a little complicated.
Making you think.
I've been thinking on this one. This is so weird. Just like um. Hmm. Yes. Another question mark. Yes.
This bitch. Okay,
Okay.
I. Oh,
Okay.
It
So
yes. If why do I have to say this? Um. If she becomes what he wants her to be.
Excuse me?
Alright. I think that's like maybe if you join him, you'd have the power to destroy it. Something like that, maybe.
So then I guess the final question would be, what does Usador want Seer to be?
Well, it has to be a yes or no question.
Oh, it has to be yes or no question.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
commune. This is
But
not
we know
divination.
we know what Usador wants me to be. He wants me to be one of his lieutenants.
Is that all he wants, or is just that?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm like that. That was like a
Couldn't you
That's just
cast?
what
because.
that's what good
Hmm.
Usador
All right,
told
it's like
us.
so. All right, so this is a question. Like with during Seer's time, like this isn't for like the commune. During Seer's time with Usador, like when she knew him as just being a wizard that was like, oh, we need to change stuff in Pale. What was the source of their bond? Like, what led to that?
That's a good question.
Like, seriously, like for him to have such a interest, an invested interest in her joining him, she wasn't a powerful caster at the time. She may show promise, but what? Like, does Seer know that, Graham?
You wanted Seer to be helpful, to build something great. You're going to be a mystic of planning. And, well, Isildur had a lot of ideas for how the city could be run better, built better, be better.
All that magic and they weren't even using it.
He just wanted
Yeah.
to uplift everyone, not just the wizards in the center of the city, the outer parts of the city with humans, dwarves and elves and halflings, the people that weren't allowed to enter the center without documentation, were seen as less than for just not being good enough with magic. It's kind of noble. He wanted your help. He wanted to build something.
And he did.
He
He
did.
built a sky city.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer was not until she becomes what he wants her to be.
The answer was I could destroy the phylactery if I become what he wants me to be.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, the only thing we think he might want me to be is his lieutenant.
Make a history check here.
Okay. And I get advantage on these.
Yeah.
'Cause
Guidance.
my goggles.
Actually, I'm currently casting a spell. I can't
Yeah.
cast another spell.
27.
27, yeah. With your knowledge of all the things you've learned about Usador as well, over the many times you've come across his information and his history, he was almost lowborn. Usador, the city, was a farming community with very few mages. They all wanted to be as great as the sky cities that flew above them. Even while the sky cities looked down on these low-born, landlocked mages. When they fell, many people were happy. Usiltor never was. He was angry. He wanted to be them. He wanted to fix them, to make them see his city as one that was even and equal to the others, to lift his people up. He wanted to cause a revolution long before he became a lich, long before he met you.
Mhm.
Trying to think if there's anything else I can share with you based on your prior knowledge. Um,
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit into all of that.
You had the same ambitions that he had. Different city, different time, but similar ambitions. You wanted to see a change in the world that you were in, even though you lacked the power to make it happen at the time.
you two are very similar.
We
He
are.
wanted, so he wanted you to become what, everything that he didn't?
Maybe.
Is it
Does he want
He-
you to be a lich?
I will
Yeah,
say
that's a
this,
good question.
Seer. Every moment that he has spoken to you, he has always tried to get you back at his side.
Yeah.
You don't know
He
exactly
wants-
why. He wants to support you, and he believes that you can do great things at his side. Who knows if that's the madness talking from when he became mad after being exiled?
or was a little farm village boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still sees himself as the best,
He does.
but for some reason, he just wants you at his side.
And that doesn't. Why me? It keeps coming back to that question, doesn't it? Why me? Because I wasn't the only person who was part of that revolution.
You were the first, though.
Forget about
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know.
that.
I don't know.
Should we ask something about, like, does he... I feel like the next question we should ask should be about what he wants from me.
Has to be a yes or no.
Yeah,
I
I'll ask
know.
anything you want if you can phrase it in a way. Got one question left.
Is
Possible
wait,
question is... Sorry.
oh, like the one way I was going to think to phrase it is what Isildur wants from Seer for her benefit.
No.
No, like if we're talking about in the context of the last question, like I said, we don't know if the reason why he's so keen on you joining his side because he sees the potential you have. Like, let's just say hypothetically, you are seeing a softer side of him, or you are exposing a softer side than anyone else has seen since the Sky City spell.
I'm humanizing him, yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, that's possible.
My
Like I
question
said,
is,
y-
does he
yeah, go
want
ahead.
does he want me to serve him?
That is another
I
good
feel
one.
like serve is an operative word in that
Yeah,
sentence.
gives it a
That
lot
can
more
tell you
context.
a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a theory. I think that possibly like, Seer could be the font of power that created like Isildur.
Ooh,
Like
hold up, explain.
Where did I come from?
because he said because it said originally his power came from the font power originally, it didn't change, but then Graham said normally they don't change. Like I'm thinking it didn't
Yeah.
change. He put the font of power inside of you, and that's what kind of powers your magic, probably or possibly.
Or it could be that his weakness was something
Else.
else, something more abstract that I happen to fulfill right now.
Oh yeah, sorry. So since I was gone, what did we figure out about phylacteries? Did we figure out any new information?
So, kind of, sort of, no. So we figured out that destroying a phylactery involves like a deeply personal secret that the Lich chooses, like that secret weakness. And it's
Okay.
like usually always deeply personal. Um Ysilor should not have been able to switch his weakness. It should have always been the font of power. There's no reason it should have been able to be switched over to Seer. Hence Belric's theory. And thirdly, Thera figured out that perhaps putting the phylactery on a different plane means it doesn't work until it's brought back into this plane.
No, that's something I can fix.
Yeah, but we don't know if that works. And
Oh,
also the second we bring it back, he'll be back alive. So pros and cons.
pros and cons. Pros and cons.
That's like a if we can't destroy it, we can store it somewhere until we figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like Belrix is like a line of thought. I just don't think it's a matter of changing necessarily, but it
It could
might
be
be a different context.
it could be like a cause he's championing. Like championing.
Yeah. Like you said, the revolutionary mindset.
Yeah.
And you embody that in its entirety. You are also we because he came from a farm village. But when he met you, you already were on the path of
Yeah.
arcane knowledge. So
And
you
specifically this revolution to overhaul what I saw as
a flawed
a flawed governmental
structure,
system.
yeah. Yeah. Ah, that's this
So
is
another question we could ask, other than like, would becoming what he wants for me be to my benefit? Does he want me to serve him? Does he want me to join him because I'm his weakness?
ooh. That's a good one.
Yeah, it would be better to have your weakness on your side than fighting against you.
Yeah, arguably so. Fourth question, just for the group, how much do you trust Seer if we go this route?
At this point, seeing as her brother would be at opposition, I think a lot.
That's fair.
If your brother was wishy-washy, then it'd be a I don't
It's
know.
also Gamesh.
Yeah, but like no offense, but between the two, you're choosing your brother.
Well, I just kind of have to at that point. Like,
Yeah, like no, like that's not like a problem problem or anything. It's just, you know, realistically speaking, you lost him
yeah,
once, you're not gonna lose him a second time.
at least not on my fault.
Yeah, so that would be that. I don't think it'd be easy for Seer just to make that choice, but
No, absolutely not. But yeah, so what's our third question?
I'm leaning towards the third one. You're the second one you said.
Does he want Seer to join him because Seer's his weakness?
Yeah, but I feel like that could be no, because if it's not a matter of you being the weakness, but you being able to exploit it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm stuck on the she can destroy it if she becomes what he wants her to be. What does that mean?
exactly.
What does he
Because-
want me to be?
because like the way I like, so the very shallow surface level to that answer is he wants her to join. That's
Yeah.
obviously the shallow answer to the question. A more contextual answer is he wants her to be the revolutionary. That's one, because that's something he wanted for himself. He wants to see her become the thing that he didn't get the chance to become, right? Third, he would want her to become what else?
I mean, it could be some combination of the two, couldn't it? Like
Yeah,
he wants me to be this revolutionary, but he wants me to be a revolutionary in his corner.
yeah. He wants to see her bring the change to the world that he envisions.
Yeah.
That could be a similar thing.
Or at least
What if I just cast
envisioned.
Sending and asked him, "Hey, what do you want from me?"
What'd you say, Graham?
I said, or that he envisioned back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like just because you guys both want revolutionary mindsets, from the way that he was saying it, at least from the history, was his seemed a little less altruistic. At least,
I mean, was Sears altruistic though?
I mean, no, because yours
In
included the concept of people who aren't allowed into the inner city and all that.
all,
Simply,
I will say, all revolutions, they come from a place of wanting to be altruistic, but they
Yes.
yeah,
get deformed constantly and reshaped by the conflicts that they have to go through to enact change.
right.
Mhm.
Because the one difference in y'all stories is you were technically already in. He wasn't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
his confines of
he
his story,
he never made it to the
he
Sky Cities, ever.
yeah, like he would have been like the ordinary folk who weren't good at magic on the outside. You were already on the inside. You already technically made it, and you still wanted to make a change.
Yeah, so that could be it as well.
He saw something in you.
Yeah, I don't.
Can
I would
casting
say,
Sending and asking him what he wants from me is getting more and more appealing.
yeah, but like
Okay,
like
one last.
if he wasn't mad at the moment, it would be more reasonable. But he's going to say he wants you to join. That's what he's going to say now.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would say your second one.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what Cinti got. Cinti might have the answer.
Senti, save us, Senti. Big
Use that
brain
P.
Senti.
Use that PhD.
I like how it's a PhD and not an MD.
Yeah, honestly.
And he's not a medical doctor.
They just have a doctorate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doctorates. I respect people with doctorates.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't respect people with doctorates.
Damn, Cinti.
Damn.
She doesn't
Wow.
respect you.
Damn, what did the doctors do to you?
Ugh, you don't want to know.
I don't know if it's very good, but we'll see the change
Mm,
he wanted to see. Ooh. Ooh. Look at Cinti asking the questions. Did it give him hope to see someone on the inside want the very change that he wanted?
it's
Cinti asked,
possible.
And Cynthia asking a hard hitting question. See,
Very possible.
this is why I keep my eyes on the chat when Cynthia's typing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So I think the question,
Oh,
one question we should have to ask, Seer, do you still want to change things for smaller people?
oh,
Is there any institution that, in your eyes, is flawed, that has failed you, and that you would want to see changed?
Isildur.
I mean,
Oh,
it's a hard question because for Seer,
you lost
the
a lot.
past not that, but also it's like the past 5.5 years has been so survival focused.
Yeah, she hasn't
She's
really had the
become a
time
lot
to
more
focus.
jaded and ruthless and willing to use whatever power that she has. But I think
you've become what Isildur became.
a little bit, yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
If she becomes what Isildur wants her to be. Now, see, now that he says that, because if we put it in the context of the madman, he would want you to lose all that then.
lose what?
That that spark of change.
But
You
he
know,
hasn't lost
what good would he have for it now? You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
it. Maybe.
I mean, he is still
Like
trying to change things,
It's
but
just now it's warped.
yeah,
it
it's
is
definitely
greatly warped.
warped.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So
Make a Seer. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
me another history check.
can I make an insight check on Usador?
If you want to, sure.
18.
Seer. Like thinking back,
Mud use
Isildur, when he was
guidance.
in Pale Light,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there was a bit of him that was softer. Um, that was almost a touch of what you remember from the stories that you read about him from being in the city of Isildur before the fall. But then you remember that somehow, for the past who knows how long, he's known about the Books of Chaos. He was in Pale Light for a reason. You may have reminded him of what he had initially wanted to do. But in the end, that madness to be the best, to be the
Won out.
greatest, there was a book in Pale Light. The King's Corruption was in the Vault of Mystics. In the Vault of the Mystics of Secrets.
Yeah.
He may have seen something in you that reminded him of his past, that made him want to change, but he is
On his path.
he
He's
is on his
beyond it.
path. Yeah, he is beyond that path, but you reminded him of it, and he still seems to desire change and to do what he initially set out to do, but that has been so warped by the past 1,500 years of his
Yeah.
life.
Do
So
I infer anything with a 22?
with a 22,
just based off the interactions I've had and based off what Seer has told us, what we've learned. Because I've heard him speak of her. You know,
He greatly wants. He with a 22 insight, he is on a set path. He will achieve it, his goal. But there's a part of him that does really care for Seer and wants seemingly to have her at his side to do the changes that he originally saw in her and that he originally had wanted to do so long ago. You know?
you really made a hell of a character. I just want you to know this is your first character. I want you to understand this.
This is all Graham.
No,
Listen.
you had something to do with this.
Isildur would have been a bad guy regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying the way that
That's-
she.
God.
Like that's the
She-
thing is this campaign has worked out so perfectly that Isildur, Graylin, and like even Zarin, like as a minor entity, were all planned from the beginning.
Nice.
And a lot of your backstories fit. Zem was a place that I was like, I knew it was the Earth Elemental plane, and I could easily tie so many of you to places. I'm very satisfied with this campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I will say this all sucks because I think Seer does miss the Usador she knew in Pale Light as like a friend.
Yeah,
We're
he was
humanizing him at the very end.
he was
They were friends.
like, he's a charismatic, nice.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
he at that time he was very nice,
He was.
and you can see it now that there was a semblance of his past self showed itself in those moments in Pale Light, in those few years that you two worked on this coup together, this plan to better the city together.
I mean, now that Gringo's gone, a spot's opened up, right?
Yeah,
To be fair, your position never left.
yeah. No,
No,
Gringo
it was
wanted to
never closed.
become you. He wanted your position, but Isildur
He didn't have actual ambition.
no.
His ambition
Gringo
was
was
to
more
be
of like a follower. He,
yeah.
when he lost who he was following before, which was Karn, he, traveled a bit and just found this charismatic individual and was just like, I'll follow you. And shifted totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still need a question.
We
Yeah.
do.
What? It's a yes or no question. So that's the thing that keeps
Yeah,
fucking me up.
they can also give like a vague, like phrase,
Yeah, if
but it still needs to be sort of yes or no.
yeah, in a case where one word answer would be misleading or contrary to the deity's interests.
So I no longer think the second question I asked is viable because I think we've
Yeah.
logicked that one out. So I guess it's, does he want me to be his lieutenant? Or does he just want me to be a bringer of change?
That last one. Does Isildur want Seer to be a bringer of change, a herald of change?
Help us, though. I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, like knowing the answer to that question, would that help us in any way?
Well, that at least would give us a direction to actually look. Because at the moment, we pretty much have narrowed it down to there's something about Seer, or at least whether or not she still exhibits all those qualities due to past experiences. There is an aspect of Seer around revolutionary mindset that he was drawn towards. So figuring out if that's still what he wants from her, like at a true bottom of the heart level, not the guy that's mad, not
Fair.
the guy that's on his path, but the guy who was like, no, I like you for what you are. Is that still what it is?
My friend Isildur. What does my friend Isildur
Yes.
want me?
Okay. Yeah. So, what's the question?
Does
Does
Isildur want Seer to be a
be a
bringer of
bringer?
change,
Yeah.
a revolutionary, etc.?
Thera shall ask that question.
Definitive yes. He wants you to be a bringer of change and a revolutionary.
Presumably by his side.
Now the
Presumably.
question is, how does that affect the phylactery?
How does that give me? How does being a revolutionary by his side give me the power to destroy his phylactery?
So when they say that the the weakness to a phylactery is usually something very personal, right? Is it a is it
So
an intrinsic personal?
initially, his weakness was a font of power. That
What does
was
that mean? Because a font of power means a lot of different things.
there was something was a font of power, and then it transferred somehow to Seer, being that.
Well, okay, so his phylactery wasn't always in pale light, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So where would it have been? It most likely would have been in Usador.
Winwell.
Yeah, Dinwall.
Dunwall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where it would have been at.
that's where he created it.
That's where he created it. And what was there? That's where he drew on all the life force for all
His
the
old
people
best
in the
friend was
city.
there.
Yeah.
I
It's
think I stole his spellbook.
his best friend was there. His
Actually, no, I didn't.
all of the people from Pale Light that survived were there. You don't have a full knowledge of who exactly was there, other than the one person who
No.
was a friend.
Yeah.
There's just
And then
some
someone
statue out there that looks exactly like Seer.
That was my initial theory. Um,
I believe all the
That's
statues
right.
were dwarves, if I remember correctly. All the
but then
Seer
humans
looking
were
dwarf.
turned into undead.
something about Seer has become a font of power, font of magic.
It has to be the revolutionary mindset. Because the only other thing Seer has is the fear. And the lust for power driven by the fear.
That's not what he wants for you, though, because that's not the part of you that he saw.
Funny way of showing it.
He inadvertently created his own.
Himself. He made me into
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make me into him. I just kind of naturally fell that way.
He kind of guided you towards the path that he was walking inadvertently.
Yeah, the path that he was walking, not the path
That
that you
he,
started out on.
yeah, the path that he didn't, that you saw, the path that he recognized that he might not want to be on after meeting you, but he was already too far in, and then he
So
got you on that same path.
God, that would have been a better question. Does he want me to be on the path he's currently on?
Oh.
Cast it again.
Oh,
You cast it again?
I can.
yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, cast it again.
You could
We're
also
gonna bother
cast.
the shit.
Here's the thing: you can also cast divination again.
Yeah, divination is it works a little differently. I have to ask
one
A single
question.
question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to
You're
occur
right, you're
within
right.
7 days.
What does Isildur want from Seer?
Now, either or, there is still a 25% chance from each casting after the first that you get no answer.
Yeah. So I'll cast commune, roll D100 and see.
I roll it.
Oh, I thought I rolled it. Okay.
Nope. No, it says the DM makes us
No
roll in
dice for
secret.
you.
No dice for you.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You thought you got to play
I
the
didn't
game?
read the very last sentence.
Yeah, it happens. So, you cast commune again, right?
I do.
Okay. Cast commune again.
Feel like it went through?
Ask a question and find out.
You have to ask a question.
Yeah,
to
I
find out.
guess. What's the first question? Does he want
Uh,
Seer to be a lich?
Yeah, no.
Does he want Seer to follow the path that he is currently on?
Alright. Ask that question first.
Does he want Seer to walk the path that he is currently on?
Yes.
Make-
We're making you ask the deep questions about your character now.
Mm-hmm.
We're really getting into that relationship now. 5 years in.
I was not expecting it to get this like emotionally invested.
My best friend Isildur wants me to be a lich.
my my lich friend and me. That's
He keeps telling me about the joys of immortal life, but I don't know.
maybe you guys can see a peek in my life and give me an answer. Yeah, that's. I would watch that show. That'd be an
God.
awesome sitcom.
I keep imagining what this must feel like for Seer, and it's. I can only imagine that she must just feel so torn.
It's like it's not even just torn. It's just also a matter of like why me? You know, like
Yeah.
I can imagine that's like that big question is like this is someone that is on a crash course for destroying the entire planet essentially. And it's like, why am I the linchpin in all of this? It's like
What did I do to you?
it's like, dude, we had coffee like for brunch. What do you mean?
Okay.
It's like the worst case of manic pixie dream girl.
Oh
So-
my.
So
That's Scott Pilgrim.
totally evil.
Oh man.
Does
Okay, Gravity.
Isildur want Seer to walk the same path he is walking? The answer to that would be no.
Okay.
He
Okay.
wants her to continue what she started her path on and build something for him.
Built something
want-
for him,
Yeah, he still wants you to walk
Your path.
your
But-
path.
but beside his.
But it's
Yes.
to
Not his
but it's
path,
to,
but beside
but it's
his.
but it's still to realize his goal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does
And see,
Which
that's the
was his
problem.
initial goal. It was very similar to yours.
it
I know,
was?
and like that's the only problem I'm running into with this. It's like
Does he want me to be like a double agent on the inside?
no, I don't think it's. I feel like that's easy.
That's
You
easy.
know, because otherwise, like, why would that give you the power to destroy it? You know,
Yeah.
the thing I'm running into is like, because we know his mindset is now warped. We know that.
Mhm.
It's like, so what truly is his goal now? Because when he gets the power, he'll become a god, right? And what is he? what did his other self say that he was aiming to do with that power again? Like, what's the ultimate goal here now?
So, right now, his ultimate goal, according to his other self, is to use the power of the god, Bane, the god of tyranny,
Uh-huh.
to conquer the world, starting at the King's Mountain, so he can have a place where he can step into the astral plane and perform unparalleled bouts of magic in a space that magic is amplified. And then, through Bane, the god of tyranny, make the world as it should have been, as he wanted it to be. He is working with Bane to do this.
And he wanted a world. If we are still going off of Farmer Boy Usador.
He wants like a communist utopia. Well, not a communist utopia. He wanted to raise himself
He
in the
wants
eyes
to,
of his society.
yeah, he wanted to rebuild the Empire of Dawn and have him help it function and expand in a way that didn't leave its people in the dust.
Yeah.
That everyone, farmer, artisan, whoever, would be an equal in that society, whether they knew magic or not, initially.
Ultimately, he wanted the power to help the common man.
Basically, the way that it is going now is using magic that's been dead for 1500 years to
I mean,
summon the literal manifestation of tyranny and control to build that.
I whisper all of these facts to the phylactery and hope it breaks from the hypocrisy. No.
The hypocrisy of it all.
It's very
Do that.
clearly it was a righteous path that has fallen into just, you know, the very
It's
complex
been twisted.
nature. Yeah, it's been twisted. Like,
It's been
you know,
twisted into its
it
opposite.
started off with good intentions or good desire, but left to fester for 1500 years in a state of madness and um, a belief in superiority. He might believe he's the only one who can do this,
Hmm.
but for some reason he believes he needs Seer's help. And that in the end, Seer will join him and build this new empire with him.
God, Seer can see it too, is the worst part. She's so fucked up by this point that she can make sense of it. Really, his journey into madness is just Seer's journey into madness on like a times 1000 scale.
Yeah. He slowly brought you further and further down his road.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, he's not.
Just as planned, I'm sure.
eh,
I mean,
Maybe.
I'm sure there were some hiccups.
He definitely does.
Maybe I
I
wasn't
don't think he
supposed to run
planned for it to
away.
happen like this. But I think he is probably not
No,
upset
definitely not.
that you're
Oh.
like this. So you still have
What?
2 more questions,
Yeah,
by the way.
two more questions.
But I still would like to ask that question to you, Seer. Do you feel the same as you did so long ago? Like, if you think about it and actually, like, as a character,
Is that still a goal of hers?
yeah, is that still a goal of Seer's? How you started out with being a revolutionary, with, you know, you've seen your fair share of broken bureaucracies.
Yeah.
of
Or has
states.
she gone so far down the road of survival that that's not a goal anymore?
Yeah.
I I think she wants it to be a goal, but she's just been so hyper focused on getting herself through each day that it's kind of fallen by the wayside now.
So you still want to.
Like, because basically he's saying like, I feel like that question is saying like, how much has she changed? Does that glimmer of hope that helped humanize him in that moment still exist,
Mm-hmm.
or does it not exist anymore? Because if it doesn't exist, then I don't think we can break this phylactery.
I'll put in my 2 cents. I think it might still exist. You have been a builder.
Yeah, honestly, no, I think it does. And this might be just kind of like going back in hindsight, but it's like she had ideas for the village around the farm,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think it also shows in what she's doing for her brother. She's helping e- even as cagey as she is doing her best to help Adler with his passion project of helping the refugees of Pale Light. She still cares about the refugees of
About
her old city.
about regular people.
She still has put her life on the line to defeat things like defeat
Like
entities like
Garishal, like the Mad
Mm-hmm.
King,
Reshkaval.
You've been working
Reshkaval.
to take
She's
down
helped she's helped
entities.
Gamesh find his path,
Yeah.
honestly.
Find
Yeah,
his path and a group of people to protect, other than his just normal family.
She agreed to help Faradir become a giant
Yeah.
when she gets the magic.
yeah.
She has offered to do kind things.
You have.
She has because she does care genuinely.
Yeah.
It's she's just also she's
And you
usually
have.
so focused.
Yeah. And that focus on survival is not
A bad
unfounded, but like
thing.
it's not a bad thing
Yeah.
at all.
No.
And that focus of
But
of
eventually that has to
survival
stop.
has shifted also, if you think about it, with you and your party. It's not just about survival, right?
It's not.
That's true. It's not anymore.
You
Because if it
have
was, we would have
helped.
stopped fighting a long time ago.
I
Yeah,
would have left a long
you
time
have
ago if it
helped
was just about
better
survival.
a society from countless strifes. You have saved multiple cities from powers of tyranny.
I mean,
Reshkaval
like Nin.
wanted to control the kingdom and use it
Alos.
as a sword. You saved Kalos from being absorbed into a
Hive
colony,
mind
a
of
hive
mind
mind
flayers.
of yeah, a hive mind of mind flayers that would have
Mhm.
And I had
turned that
absolutely
city.
nothing to do with this. We really could have just went back to our continent. We did
Yeah,
not have to stay
Yeah.
there.
yeah. You
No,
you
we didn't.
stayed and you
You
helped.
actually went into the heart of the issue itself
Yeah,
by
you
yourself.
did.
I
Was
You did
did.
not have to do that. You
yeah.
saved countless societies, even
Since he was there
knowing,
too,
yeah,
but
even
Hagen
knowing that
Frog.
these societies are flawed. You met the king of the Gromolian kingdom, a very flawed individual who
I
you
hate him.
immediately hated, yeah, and don't like. And you saved his kingdom from an entity that would have taken it over and
we
controlled
saved
you.
his
Yeah.
life, and we
Yeah.
didn't like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you saved his life and you did not like him. So I would say with that, Seer, this moment you realize that you are walking the path that you destined for yourself and you wanted for yourself so long ago. It may not be in the same city, but you're still helping people, which is what you wanted to do. That's why you went into planning.
Yeah.
Planning
That's why I
helps
went into government.
the common people, not just the elites, but everyone. You could open roads and make travel easier for everyone. So I'd say with that, you feel like you're walking a path. And in this moment of kind of clarity, you feel almost like a small weightlessness, and you turn and you look at um, this phylactery, this bluish orb that radiates with um, life and death, intrinsically meshed into one. It keeps one man alive at the cost of countless others. And it's, as you're holding it, weightless in your hands. Almost like you could, almost like you could crush it.
Hmm. Is Tio still here?
Yes? He's just kind of at the back of the chamber, just watching.
I mean, hey Thera, ask your god if I should crush this orb.
Should she crush that orb?
Yes.
Do
I,
it, bitch!
I try to crush the orb.
You this softball, like slightly bigger than a softball orb, you take your hands around it and you just begin to pressurize, put pressure on it. And it's the strange feeling of just glass, and then there's a single crack right through the center of it. And in that moment, there is a flash of shadow and energy. You all blink a few moments, and the space in front of you is vastly different. You're standing on the edge of a balcony, set upon a about middle-sized tower, overlooking what looks to be vast rivers, vast farmland, and small thatch houses and cottages. You can see the distant moon up in the night sky shining brightly upon this scene. You hear a door open and light spills across the balcony, and you realize there's an individual, arms pressed onto the edges of the balcony. The figure turns towards the door. The light hits their face, and you see Isildur. The door
Insight check.
closes, the light shifts, and you hear soft footsteps as the two individuals begin to gather closer and talk. Wendell, what are you doing out here? You don't want to come back to the party? Oh, I literally just had this information here. Hold up.
Are we all seeing this, or is this Seer?
This is all of you. You all see this.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness I have my friends here.
Yeah, you were all watching this visage. With
Is
a kind
Tio
of
here?
The Seer.
honestly,
Tio
Tio
here.
is here, which is not good.
Hey Tio, close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Don't let him see you. You can't see him. He can't see you. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Xandir, I just wanted to be alone for a moment. You see the figure walks up to Isildur, and you realize in this moment this is his friend, Xandir, the man who you found his book in the ruins of Dwenwell, the last survivor of the city of Isildur. Wendell, come on. It's a celebration. I don't feel like I should be celebrating. I wanted to go there. I wanted to be the one to ascend to Palin. I know. I have, for years, applied for every internship, every apprenticeship, and I've always been turned down. I want to do so much for these people. Our people. You see, Wendell looks out over the large expanse. They never wanted me. It's not even your dream, fully. It's hers as well. You should be celebrating her. I know. Is it my pride that is wounded? That I feel like I shouldn't celebrate her victory? She shares the same drive as you, Wendell. Same drive as your parents. Aboard that Sky City, she'll do so much. The fleet of Lathander is known for their contributions. She will lift the city of Isildur up, our people up. Who knows, eventually maybe she'll take control of the Sky City. Or get her own. She's gonna be so far away. Well, Palan is designed to watch over Barlina, another great city. She'll learn so much. She'll change things. Maybe. Wendell, one day, you'll be a great mage. She'll bring you by her side. You'll change everything. Until then, gotta stop moping. Come on. Let's go support your sister. You see, he puts his arm around Wendell, and they begin to walk towards the door. Winter will be proud of you in the end when you join at her side. I know. Arm in arm, they walk towards the door. The light spills across their face once more. And as the door shuts, the light changes to a deep, dark red. The sound of burning fire and the smell of smoke fills all of your nostrils. You all turn and look back towards the balcony, and there you see Wendell watching. You see massive conflagrations of burning fire and flame spread across the farmlands, light up the thatched roofs of the people of Isildur. You watch his head turn southward as you watch one city crashing slower than the others. But eventually, it hits. Massive dust clouds fill the air as fire spreads through the sky, as the world burns. You watch as his hopes of change, the person who helped him, who dreamed the same dreams as him, falls with the kingdom. suddenly the vision fades. And you all find each other's faces once more. In the center of the room, a partially cracked orb spreads shadow and darkness all around you. And then you see that shadow and darkness shift into claws and teeth and faces. Seer, why did you let him kill us? Ganesh, you failed the orcs, and you let him kill me. Balric, we died for him. Faradir, he will kill all of us, absorb all of our souls, and the giants will all die. Senti, the souls of the Warforged live within you, and he will consume them all. The shadows turn into people you know, people you love, people you mourn. The orb is cracked and ready for shattering. And we'll get to that next session.
My study group.
Yeesh.
Quick there, ask your god, do I
By
remind
the way,
Isildur of
that's
his
how you
sister?
spell Usodor's
Oh
sister.
no.
His
Winter.
font of power.
Winter.
Winter. Oh, I misspelled it.
That.
Oh no.
Whatever.
Oh, you know, Winter. I say Winter.
Add an N. So it's
Okay.
W-Y and T.
Whatever.
And WYNTER.
So, so I might remind him of his sister, potentially.
There you go. I was like, there's somebody. There's
Yeah, right?
to be
Like, there has
Yeah.
to be
I didn't expect
something.
you to just start asking. Like, I honestly thought you were just gonna try to break the orb in the room. Like, that's how I kind of ended the last session. So I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna draw this out. Cool.
I mean, like,
Sarah's just gonna try to get as much information as possible, and if there's
see,
someone who can commune with a god,
because
Fair
like
enough.
now,
It makes sense.
see now, so now part of me wants to know, like, could she have just crushed it then?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
See, now we'll never know. I did. Honestly, Grant, I'm just gonna say the answer is no, and I'm gonna say this was an amazing way to handle phylactery. Every time I've dealt with a lich in the past, it's always just been a simple, you get to it, you fight through some dungeons, and then you destroy it. This was the most
Really?
creative way I've seen of handling it.
Really?
Honestly.
I love that.
Honestly.
like
I'm really happy about
an
that.
hour and a half of self-discovery and
Yeah.
character introspection.
Self-realization, yeah. Just to
I didn't want it to be just a simple thing. Like, phylactery is meant to be something so unbelievably powerful. If anyone could just find it and destroy it, that sucks. Like,
yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't have to go serve by his side to destroy this thing.
no, you just had to.
I will say,
like, when he created
embody
it,
his sister.
Yeah, well, when he created it, he was trying to. He had that
prolong his
large-
life to still hit the same goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he had already lost sight of who she was, and like what he should have done. Like,
Mhm.
This is a person who died immediately during this whole falling of the world. He didn't have time to grieve her. Immediately had to follow his friend to Dwenwell, and just, grief does things to people.
I get it. Seer gets it. Seer sympathizes.
Yeah.
She does.
She got to do what he wanted to do. Go aboard the Sky
Gamesh
City.
doesn't.
Yeah,
I think.
well, you weren't friends with. You didn't know him like I did.
Well, no, that's not why. It's not the matter of because he went through stuff. You know, obviously we've all been through
Yeah.
shit. It's the matter of you didn't, even though you had the capacity of becoming what he did, you still didn't.
Yeah, I think from Seer's perspective, she just knows how
I feel like if
close she was. If she didn't
Yeah.
fall in with this group,
oh yeah, you would have easily
So yeah.
yeah,
fallen further and further down a path of, because honestly, even when you joined the party, you were like, hey, I want to find this magic item, and it's a seed of like vampiric trees. It's incredibly
Yeah.
evil. Like
yeah,
the fact
I
that
need to
you were
study
with,
it.
yeah, you wanted to study this seed of evil, like easily Seer could have been a bad person. Could have just gotten the seed and then just dipped and then just been like, okay, I'm gonna focus all my power in conjuring more powerful versions of these seeds. Like honestly, like if you had really wanted to, I would have totally been down to like have you create more spells from that one seed. Like more powerful version of conjuring spells with it.
yeah.
Like that could have been your route. Like you could have just devoted yourself to that seed, but once you had it and you realized at first they're not really that helpful, like they're not going
What
to
you wanted.
assist you. Yeah, they're not what you wanted. They are evil and they will just kill indiscriminately. You're like, oh,
That's kind of what happened to my people. I'm good.
yeah. But like
Yeah.
it's because it took you so long with the party as well, probably, that
Mhm.
you know, you can't just be bad now that you're already with a group.
Yeah. And I think the goblin, when I killed a goblin, was a good example of that.
Yeah. Like I said,
Um,
that was a moment in the campaign.
Yeah, it was. It sucks
That
that
was
that
a
was not
mo-
That was
recorded.
before you had researched the
See, yeah,
yeah, that was way
Yep.
before.
that's way before we hadn't. What we had just got the seed. We just got it.
Mhm.
No, we had just went to Stanton. We had just finished Stanton,
Mhm.
and then before we killed that goblin.
Yeah.
By the way, just so you, if you are curious about the Sky City, I said it. I said Palan. It's Pantan. Was the Sky City that crashed into Barlina.
And it was funny. Now I get the reference, Barlina, and because the reason why I didn't like, I saw it on the map when we first were in Cardlock, but I spelled the name wrong in my notes.
Oh, I figured.
So like when I read it, I'm like, oh, Rules of Barlina, god damn it. I was like, shit. And you said it out loud. I was like, damn, that's what he's from. I was like,
Yeah.
oh
So,
man,
this
that's
thing that we're seeing at the end, is that the stat block you were looking for?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the stat block I was looking for.
Interesting.
So I'll take you to the map
Wait.
actually, if you want to see it.
I
I would
do.
love to.
I will. I will
would
let you
love
know.
to see
This is
whatever this thing is.
when I incorporated it into Roll20, I didn't realize how dark it would be. So I did
Oh.
have to change the map because initially
It was too dark.
initially it looked like this.
Oh, it was dark.
Oh.
Yeah, you could not see anything. So now it's a little bit brighter. It's still dark, but it's a little brighter.
Is
That's
this is this what you were looking for?
Oh, that's just the orb.
Oh, okay.
I'll put you guys over here actually.
It's the orb I crushed in my big strong wizard hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
look,
now
all
it's,
that time.
Yeah, now there are creatures coming out of it to defend it. Souls of those who were taken.
Yeah, but again, this was probably the most interesting
Yeah.
use of phylactery, or at least getting to destroy it that I've seen. Everything else has always been getting like a powerful magic item or taking it to like a certain magical location.
How's
That-
Tio been handling this?
Oh, I need to find a character sheet for Tio.
oh no.
Hey, Tio. Just
And we're separated. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
You know what? This is probably a little bit of a good thing because we always get grouped up, and we never.
yeah.
Then we get fucked up really fast. It's okay. I can now. I didn't. I keep saying it every session so far. I'm definitely about to use my 9th level spell now because I need to use this before I run
Nice
out of
having
opportunities.
9th level spells.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I'm super
that's-
glad I just cast a bunch of 5th levels. I didn't need those.
No.
That's
What levels-
fine.
What level's Thera?
Thera's the same level as everyone else. She's
Oh, she's fine then.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the map. That's I'm not gonna show you the monsters yet, but yeah.
Whew.
I am
That this
very
was
I'm very happy
this was
with how that went. Like I wanted
this is a session.
Yeah. I wanted the
Yeah.
phylactery to be like a very interesting thing. And
And Graham, you outdid yourself this time. Like legitimately. Again, seriously.
all of
I
your
realized that.
role play was like awesome. Like I loved every moment of that. Just like the discussion was just so interesting. Of you know,
Yeah, that was. Cause I was like, man, he's really making us think about this one. I was like, this is. Cause I knew, like, I was like, it cannot just be going to his side. If it was that easy,
no,
Yeah.
it's
that's too simple.
well,
I was like, it's
yeah, and I couldn't like just outright,
Say it,
say
yeah.
yeah. You have to. It took a lot.
Discover it.
Yeah, you had to discover that.
She still embodied the thing that he created the phylactery for in the first place.
Yeah, you didn't know
essentially.
what that was, but it had
Yeah.
to be something to do with who you were as a person. Wanting to do good and wanting to be helpful.
Yeah.
And honestly,
And-
the image in the last bit was just my being like, okay, if we're going to like go down this hole of like, what is this font of power that inspired him and became his foil and his weakness for his phylactery? It would be a strong female figure who made it into the space to make change happen. Because he never did. Like you
Yeah.
said earlier, Seer, you were already on the track to be a person to make change. His sister was already on the track to make change. It was world events and poor actions of other wizards that ruined
Messed it up.
that messed up those chances. It was
Yeah.
not your fault.
And inadvertently, he did it again.
Yeah.
Because again, she was on the track, and he created a world event that was outside of her control.
Yeah. It really was. He may have seen a glimpse of his past life and all the stuff that he used to be a good person with, But you
Yeah.
saw he is prideful and he wants to be that savior as well.
Yeah, that's one thing I saw. He was jealous
Yeah.
a little. Yeah.
Even though he felt bad for being jealous.
Being
still-
jealous, he
yeah.
still felt how he felt.
Yeah.
And that's very real. That's very real.
It is.
I feel like the only truly evil villain in my campaign has been Zarin. I will 100%
Yeah.
say that. Like,
Darren was just out of
he has
pocket.
0 redeeming qualities.
Yeah, wearing some white space is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just cuz.
Honestly,
I don't know. So was who was the Dow? What was the Dow's name? I think they were decently bad.
Oh,
They
I mean, yeah, the Dow. I mean, it was just he is an elemental. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, but they were bad for just for the sake of being bad for the most part. It wasn't really any like reasoning behind it. It was just that's
well,
just kind of how that's kind of how Dao are.
yeah. I will say that Dao, he was similar-ish to what Reshkaval became, where um it hurts me that I don't remember his name.
I'm looking for it right now.
I know Jasper was the mage, I believe. Was
I'm
it
about to find
Surkan?
it right now. Moldav.
Moldav. You're right. You're right. Um, but yeah, like he saw Garish Tall and decided to one copy his soldiers, his his version of giving life to like magma,
Yeah.
and to just collect people as workers and slaves, so that when Garish Tall eventually destroyed the kingdom of Renkton and came after everything else, because if he can't have his own world, just make a new one, you know, would have gone to Zem, or at least that's what Moldav believed.
Yeah, and Brushkabal was trying to run from Usildur.
Because she
Yeah.
could not, as a dragon, could not give up the magical items she had found. You know.
Yeah.
The parallels between Isildur, Reshkaval, and Seer are insane to me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For something that wasn't
Planned.
Yeah. Like how that all ended up working out, how I ended up playing the character.
Like I said, your first character is wild.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like I would never have thought this was a first character for somebody. And you played it so well.
Thank
So
you.
props to you.
Props to you, honestly.
I feel like you put me to shame. Like I said, this is like my 7th, 8th character, and I feel like you had it. You got this junk a lot.
She lives in my head.
I will say I've never had a campaign. Like I've run a couple other ones, but they've only lasted maybe like a year and a half, 2. I've never had a campaign where like the characters were so strong and tied so well into the story of it, and with the villains and stuff. Like Isildur would have been a villain no matter what.
Nonetheless, yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he is like perfectly tied with one of your player characters is awesome to me. Zarin is another one. Zarin I knew would be an enemy cloud giant from the day that this campaign started. And the
And
fact
I give you a character that loves a cloud giant.
that loves a cloud giant, I was astonished when that happened. You know, that was one of my favorite moments.
I was reading your notes. Yeah, that was. Then Behi came from the Cult Cliffs, and that's where Reshkabal
Yeah,
had.
I wish maybe he had been more
Yeah,
like active,
but you know,
but yeah, it was like
that
tie in
happens.
there. And then Zem was always a place that I had known about, because when I first created my world, I was like, I was inspired by Critical Role's world with
The first one.
the first one where they have the different portals to
Yeah,
the elemental
elemental.
planes.
Yeah.
And it works with Graylin because I knew Graylin would be a focal figure later in the campaign.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I wasn't planning on Graylin to be as much of a focus for me as he became. It just kind of happened.
I did put that on you, but Zem was a place that I was like, when you gave me your backstory, I was like, I know exactly where I'm putting you.
Because honestly, all I remember, all I said was, if I remember right, when I described what it was for him, I said he was a regular orc, but some magical instance happened, and he was bestowed the power of geomancy. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, and the fact that the earth Elemental Plane was always here, I was like, perfect. What a perfect little place. If you decided to be like, I don't know, like create an airbender, I would have been like, I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah. Like, how did they get this far?
Yeah. And I'm happy
Can't
that
wait
Uh,
to
like
give you evil characters so you can figure out what the hell to do with that.
And honestly,
that's
that's gonna be funny because like you're used to making heroic campaigns.
I
I
am.
can tell.
Yeah. Even though, because like you guys all were not the most heroic, and that did throw me for a loop. I was like, okay. I
But
have
we
to
still
make.
ultimately did the right thing a lot of the time.
You did.
Yeah. We're reluctant heroes.
You were.
Yes. You know, but evil campaign really is going to test you then. Because honestly, the main thing about evil campaigns, from what I've seen, is this: it's actually going to be on us as players a lot. We have to genuinely give like real motivations for why they're doing the things that they're doing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they actually need to
It'll
have
make me
goals.
feel bad. I don't like being mean to people.
I mean, like, but being evil means different things, though. You don't have to
Yeah.
just be you can just be manipulative to be evil, technically. You know, there's so many different ways to play evil.
There's a lot. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I'm trying to figure out how evil of a character do I want to
Yeah.
go. Do I want to
If
be like
you feel
absolutely
like
wretched or just someone that's like
um
based on what they do, some people would consider them evil.
if you feel
Yeah,
like sending
honestly,
me your backstories now, since we're already in like the last.
I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm like, before we even started sending backstories,
Or
we're gonna
like
want to have to we're gonna want to have to like have like a discussion as like a
Yeah.
overall group, because like an evil campaign, don't get me wrong, that's gonna be fun, it's chaotic and everything, but
yeah,
we do kind of
I
have to
do
have
feel like we need to have
a focus
Yeah.
of some type before we just start throwing characters out there.
Yeah, like some
I-
reason for all the work together. Otherwise, it'll just be complete chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
I
want to
feel
get
like
it started sooner rather than later. 'Cause I don't know
Yeah.
how many more sessions we have with Avant-Garde right now.
yeah.
Okay.
For me,
So, like, do we want to set like a date for us to be able just to get together and like talk about this? Because
Probably.
I'm like I said, like
Is
if it was like
there
a regular just another campaign, sure, you could kind of just throw whatever character at it, you know. But an evil campaign, that's
Yeah, we have
I
to have
feel like it's
characters that will
important
like work
to-
well with other evil characters.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, why are we working together? What is our mutual goal
Yeah, like
as a party?
yeah, and then like beyond that is also kind of the like figuring out what type of evil campaign do we actually want to play in.
We're
Like
gonna need a session -1.
yeah, because like everything is that's going to be like the little cliche. All our sessions are in the negatives, going backwards.
Yeah.
yeah, we need to
We
so
should figure
session
out a day for
0
that though.
and then session
Yeah,
-1
honestly.
will be the actual like first session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
free this Wednesday.
I'm free Wednesday.
It should be a free Wednesday afternoon.
I am actually hold up. I should be
Yeah.
free Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, I'm free Wednesday as well.
Sinti,
wow.
are
Wednesday
you
it
free
is.
Wednesday?
I'm free past 4.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, I
Yeah,
don't get off until 4:30, so
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't have a set time I get off, but I'm usually home by 5 p.m. my time.
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ellie, what time is it for you right now?
For me right
Um,
now, it's
It's 10:52,
or for
right?
Graham. For me,
For
yes.
Seer, I think it's 10:52. Yeah.
Okay, so she's an hour back from me
Yeah.
then. Okay,
The only one. No, 2. There's 2 of you.
yeah,
Me and Senti.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm in the same time zone too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're all in Central.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that you're in Chicago. Like
I mean,
like
I'm super not in
style. Like
Chicago.
no, I mean like
Chicago
that like
time.
time. Yeah, Chicago time
Yeah.
zone.
uh,
I
You
always
call it Chicago time? It's just Central.
Central time. Yeah, I know. I just
Are
think
we
of
talking about-
Chicago because like
are we talking about this week?
Yeah, this week.
yeah.
Are you free this week, Cinti? Oh, snap!
Oh,
No, yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Right. Wednesday
Uh,
is your birthday.
It is?
D-
Oh.
Oh, nice.
I
Hey,
forgot.
birthday.
I'm
what? Turning 20, 21?
23.
23? Oh,
I know because my
Yeah.
birthday was
you guys are getting
yesterday.
older. I keep
They're older
forgetting.
than me?
Yeah, you're the baby of the group.
Oh
Cindy
my
is-
gosh.
Cynthia is literally 3 days younger than I am.
Wow.
So wait, so your birthday is then on Saturday,
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
I
Wait,
just had my birthday.
Born to be friends.
yeah, 3. Yeah, I'm sorry, younger. Yeah, younger. It's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey.
Happy birthday.
Okay, but well, happy early birthday and happy belated birthday to you.
If was fun.
What's a
Thank you.
different day that we're all free?
I'm free pretty much.
My work
This-
schedule is wonky because of you know.
I mean, at worst case scenario, we can shoot for Wednesday next week.
Yeah.
I am free Wednesday next week.
I should be.
How about this? Everybody, God, I do gotta go to bed. Everybody, check your
Yeah.
schedules. And see what days work best for you for this week, maybe the weekend. And if nothing lines up, do we want to shoot for next Wednesday?
I super know I'm not free at all this week other than Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. I know
Unless
I'm not
we did
free
it
on-
like in the early Saturday morning. I don't think anyone wants to do that.
I mean, I'm up at 4 o'clock every morning. That's whatever.
But next Wednesday I should be good.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, so next, it's looking like next Wednesday then.
yeah,
'Cause-
next
Yeah,
Wednesday.
so it looked like next Wednesday.
yeah, next Wednesday. Is that cool for you, Cinti? Cool for you, Beric?
Yep, that's good for me.
All right.
Sick.
Are we? Do you want to shoot Mabehi a message? See if she would. See, this is up to her. She's very busy. So,
Yeah. I'll shoot a message.
and see if she's interested. If so, then next Wednesday we will be having our session 0, where we will be discussing our outlines of an evil campaign.
Session 0 or at
Yippee.
least session 1.
Right, and then it goes back.
What if
Yeah.
what if we started the session number that you're currently at?
Wait. Oh, you're saying like what's